Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, The Rise of All People, Opening SSS-Level Talent. Chapter 1, Starting SSS-Level Talent. The Second Universe, Blue Star. A giant interstellar aircraft carrier passes through a wormhole and flashes near the Blue Star. The next moment, all the mobile phone, computer and TV screens on the Blue Star turned into the same picture. In the picture are three middle-aged men. One is a white man with long hair and a middle part, with a kind face. One is a bearded man wrapped in a turban, with a leisurely expression and an immortal style. A long beard and phoenix eyes, with a dignified appearance. The third man looked leisurely, raised his arms, and said first. People of China, I am the Huangdi Xuanyuan clan who ascended by dragon 5,000 years ago. My faithful believers, I am your Savior Jesus. I am your Prophet Muhammad. No matter where you are and what you are doing, when you see this video, please pay attention. The demons have occupied 3/5 of this Fang Yu universe, and have now dispatched troops to this planet, which are expected to arrive in 20 hours. By then, it will be the end of the world. But please don't panic, I will borrow the highest civilization spaceship to save my human race. There is a star field guarded by the supreme civilization in that distant place, which can be our shelter. 500 years ago, 6 billion blue stars like you lived there, but they were the first universe, and you were the second universe. They all live well there, so you can rest assured. Our interstellar carrier is big enough to hold 7 billion people. If you are willing to go with us to that side of the star field, please lie outside in a big shape. We don't force anyone who is willing to stay and experience the doomsday in person. Wherever the aircraft carrier went, countless beams of light shone on countless people and sucked them into the ship. Even if the three fairy-like legends have already been in contact with the high-level officials of various countries. After fully understanding and confirming the situation, all countries also issued notices to urge the people to lie down in an orderly manner. But still only 6.8 billion people are willing to lie down and leave. The 6.8 billion people who boarded the ship were assigned a room of 6 square meters for every 4 people. The room layout is similar to the train sleeper room. On either side are upper and lower beds. There is a large screen on the wall opposite the door. The picture on the screen is that the three legends are speaking. Please stay in the room, there are important things to explain next. First of all, let's talk about the itinerary. The journey is long and it will take a month. Our destination star field is a massive star system called Juju Galaxy, which has stars 10,000 times the mass of the Sun. There are 81 planets in this galaxy, and each planet has civilizations like us who were forced to flee their homes. We're going to Jupiter, the third largest of the 81 planets. This planet is 6 times the size of Blue Star and has 54 civilized species, including 5 billion humans who migrated from the first universe 500 years ago. In order to better adapt to the environment and connect to the system of high civilization, all rooms will emit purple smoke. It's actually extremely tiny picometer-scale robots, and they're going to modify your body. Reformation is beneficial and harmless, so you can rest assured. When the retrofit is complete, everyone will get an embedded digital system. Purple smoke spewed out, filling all the rooms. At the same time, the three legends are also spreading the knowledge of survival in the new world to everyone. The new world is full of spiritual energy. By mastering and controlling the aura, one can gain superpowers. If you want to survive better in the new world, you must cultivate spiritual energy and practice martial arts. Otherwise it will be difficult to survive. After an hour, everyone was remodeled. It looks like you have all completed the transformation. Check your personal attribute panel. You can see your talent here. This is an indicator that determines your future strength, but it is not the only indicator. In addition to talent, hard work and luck can also determine your future strength. People are starting to look at personal attributes. A teenager in room 214,701 on the 387th floor of the aircraft carrier caught the attention of the supreme civilization. The teenager opens his own property panel. Name: Li Chunfang. Age: 19. Internal strength level: Level 0. Cultivation talent: S-grade Genius. Martial arts talent: SS-Level World-Class Genius. Physical talent: SSS-Level Universal Genius. Open black lens bracket ding. You have the highest talent, with an additional sign in system. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket, sign in every week to get a random reward. Close black lens bracket. Li Chunfang looked at his roommate. From their reactions it seemed that the voice was not heard. He was in college when the carrier arrived at Blue Star. Traffic was paralyzed and the world was in chaos, and he couldn't get home at all. He also lay flat with his roommate, and was assigned to the same room after being sucked into the spaceship. Damn, I'm all B-level ordinary talents. You're good, I have AC-level inferior talent. I have excellent training talent A-level, and the detailed introduction said that the speed of internal strength improvement is 150%, which is great. Old Li, how is your talent? Li Chunfang couldn't help but smile. It may be a little scary to say his own talent. In order not to scare, or hit his roommate, Li Chunfang decided to name one of his worst talents. I have an S-rank talent. Yet even his worst talent. But it also surprised the three roommates. IX, so strong, I will hug your thighs in the future, Lao Li. What, old Li, you have to be called Li Jie. Brother Li. Brother Li, let's go down the hallway and see how talented the rest of the class are. Outside the room is an endless white corridor. A corridor that is dozens of kilometers long. There are millions of rooms on both sides. Near Li Chunfang's room are teachers and students of their Modu University. It happened too suddenly. From knowing the Doomsday to boarding the aircraft carrier, it took only 10 hours. Communications were paralyzed, and he couldn't even reach home. Some were worried about their parents, wondering if they would board the ship. After everyone has been transformed, their bodies have their own digital systems. The system function is quite complete. You can chat like WeChat, you can also create chat groups, etc. Modu University soon established a large group of 30,000 people under the arrangement of the president. Magic University Group. Principal. Don't panic, students, although we are no longer in Blue Star. But the school will still be responsible to you in the end. Headmaster. Now report your talents. Principal. I am Cultivation C, Martial Arts C, Body C. B C D, D B B. Among the many talent reports, several S caused quite a stir. One of them even detonated the entire Magic Capital University group. Shu Fuyao. ASSS. Goddess Shu is so talented. As expected of the woman I like. College Shu is looking for thighs. Sure enough, she is the proud daughter of our Modu University. So beautiful, yet so talented, God is not fair. Shu Shuihua, I love you. Wow, there is actually a higher SS talent than S, what kind of talent is that? Yes, that must be a great talent. Li Chunfang knows the answer. Answer subconsciously. Li Chunfang, a world-class genius. How did you know that upstairs? Yes, where did you watch it? Where is the talent introduction? Yes, where can I see the introduction of SS-level talents? I didn't find it. The three roommates also looked at Li Chunfang in confusion. Yes, Brother Li, how do you know that SS-level talent is a world-class talent? Li Chunfang smiled unnaturally. I didn't expect that my casual answer would attract so much attention. My guess. He responded the same way in the group. It was almost revealed by accident. He thought everyone knew it. Who knows, only those who have that talent know the name of the talent. Shu Fuyao. It is indeed a world-class genius. Roommates were surprised. This can be fooled by you, Brother Li. It's not easy. Above a genius is a genius among geniuses, just like Einstein's world-class genius. Li Chunfang explained it this way. The three roommates nodded in agreement. Actually, Li Chunfang can show that he has an SS-level talent. But now all the blue stars have nothing. Talent seems to be the only thing everyone has at the moment. The so-called wealth is not exposed. There is no absolute safety. Li Chunfang didn't want to show off his exaggerated SS-level talents and even more exaggerated SSS-level talents. S-class is not particularly rare, but it can be said. Don't hide yourself in the dust. Li Chunfang. CSC. What he didn't know was that he had already attracted the attention of the school flower. Shu Fuyao took a deep look at Li Chunfang's speech in the chat interface. And marked his name. She knew there must be something tricky about this person. Talent is likely to be future status. The principal knew that these talented students should not be underestimated. After arriving in another world, he will definitely be a person of the highest order in the future. My talent is not good enough, so I can only hug my thighs. Soon, the principal alone adds gifted students as friends. And pulled a small group. The genius group of Magic University. There are only 9 people in the group. Principal, the 8 students are very talented, and they will be the rising stars of my Modu University in the future. Principal, if you have any problems or difficulties during the trip, please let me know. Principal, although I am not as talented as you, I have more experience than you, so I will try my best to help you solve it. Chu Shang, thank you, Principal. Wang Dongfang, received. Zhang Kun, 1. Li Chunfang, 1. Xu Fuyao, 1. The 3 legends continue to do science popularization to 6 billion people through the screen. Now you can see that one of the personal attributes is called internal strength level. This is the strength of your internal strength, which can be improved through practice. It can also be improved by gaining combat experience. But at least level 10 is required to enter the secret realm and participate in the battle. Our aircraft carrier is also full of spiritual energy, and you can start practicing during the journey. Let me set up a group chat, you all join in. We will share some spiritual practices in the group for you to learn. These mental methods are all summed up by the 5 billion people who have been on Jupiter, and they are very detailed. As long as you work hard enough, it shouldn't be difficult to cultivate to level 10 before arriving at Jupiter. The group number RL ******* you each add. Billions of people began to join the all-mute group. A ban is necessary. After all, it's a crowd of billions of people. Even if only 1 in 10,000 people speak. The group news is also added at a lightning speed, and it is impossible to see clearly. Huangdi Xuanyuan shared the 24th edition of the Yellow Emperor's Classic of Internal Medicine. Shenzhou Primary Qigong, Shaolin Zen, 4 Elephant Pills. Yin and Yang Double Cultivation Dafa. Muhammad shared the Quran and the Word of Allah. Jesus shared the Bible and the Heart Sutra of the Apostles. Huangdi Xuanyuan, everyone's internal strength attributes are different, and there is always one of these internal strength methods that is suitable for you. The Yellow Emperor's Classic of Internal Medicine is the basic knowledge of cultivation. It contains 1080 acupuncture points and meridian diagrams on the human body, which must be mastered before cultivation. People immediately downloaded files in the group. Then start learning. If you don't learn, if you don't progress, you will be eliminated. The 3 legends just now have popularized the laws of survival over there. 99 galaxies do not raise lazy and useless people. Everything there costs money for food, clothing, accommodation and travel. The most effective way for ordinary people to make money is to challenge them through dungeons. But the internal strength reaches level 10 to enter the dungeon. If you can't reach level 10 quickly, earn money to maintain a basic life. Will face the fate of being eliminated. Elimination means death. Li Chunfang was not in a hurry to study, but hurry up to sign in. He has one more check-in system than others. Sign in. Ding. Signed in this week. Reward the basic chapter of the S-rank martial art, swordsmanship. Introduction. This is the unique technique of the Zhongzhou main school of shaking sword villa. Li Chunfang is happy. The first time you sign in, you will get S-class swordsmanship. But he hasn't cultivated his inner strength yet. Martial skill rewards can only be put on hold temporarily. Trigger the mission and defeat any person in the Trembling Sword Villa. Quest reward. The first part of the stunt of swordsmanship with micro shaking. After learning the basics of cultivation, the 4 people in the dormitory were all meditating and practicing on their respective beds. There is a canteen and public bathroom every 10 rooms on the aircraft carrier. Food and drink are guaranteed. Everyone can practice wholeheartedly. The inner strength and mental methods shared by the 3 legends are very detailed. There are ways to overcome various difficulties. You just need to follow the above and you're done. 5 days later, Li Chunfang's 3 roommates have cultivated to level 1.2, 0.8 level 0.7, the genius group of Magic University. Principal, how are your cultivation achievements today? Chu Shang, my internal strength is level 2. Zhang Kun, I am level 1.7. Principal, at Li Chunfang, Xu Fuyao, neither of you have reported your cultivation results these days. Principal, Is there a problem? Principal, it doesn't matter if the progress is slow, just tell me and see. Li Chunfang, level 0. Shu Fuyao, I am level 0 too. Chu Shang, what's the matter, Fuyao, why don't I give you a supplementary lesson and teach you how to cultivate? Zhang Kun, at Shu Fuyao, how can it be level 0? Principal, it is understandable that Li Chunfang has poor cultivation talent, but you have excellent cultivation talent. Shu Fuyao, I am Shuang Nidan. Seeing this news, the principal's heart was half cold. I thought that Shu Fuyao's SS-level physical talent was the thickest thigh in the group. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a double inner alchemy. According to the Wangdi Neijing, the vast majority of people in the world are Dan Nidan. There is only one double inner alchemy per 100,000 people. Although the double inner alchemy is very strong. However, it is difficult to cultivate, and it is easy to go crazy. After a person with double inner alchemy breaks through level 10, he basically only relies on combat to upgrade, and does not cultivate by himself. On the one hand, the number of people is too small, and on the other hand, there is little experience. The methods of practicing double inner alchemy that have been summed up are very limited. There is no double inner alchemy cultivation method among the inner strength and spiritual methods shared by the legends in the group. These past few days, Shu Fuyao was very depressed and distressed. I haven't found a cultivation method that suits me. Li Chunfang shares the same troubles with her. Because of his SSS-level physical talent, he is also a powerful double inner alchemy. A prompt pops up in front of Li Chunfang. Shu Fuyao asked to add you to the address book, do you agree? Close black lens bracket. Li Chunfang often heard about Shu Fuyao's name in school. The school flower of Magic City University, the goddess in the hearts of countless people. She took the initiative to add, Ken is something. Li Chunfang will naturally not refuse. Agree. Shu Fuyao. Hello. Li Chunfang. Hello. Shu Fuyao. My roommate also has 2 C-level cultivation talents, but both are at level 0.2. Shu Fuyao. If I guessed correctly, you should have concealed your talent. Shu Fuyao. Are you also SS-level physical talent? Li Chunfang. Smart. Li Chunfang. I am like you, Shuang Nidan. Shu Fuyao. What should I do? There is no double inner alchemy practice in the group. Li Chunfang. Why don't you ask Huang Di? Shu Fuyao. Well, there are too many people in the group who have added him. He definitely won't read it. Let's go to him directly. Li Chunfang. Good. Shu Fuyao. What room are you in? Li Chunfang. 214,701. Shu Fuyao. Then come and find me, I am 214,005. I have a big elevator to the top floor. Li Chunfang then went to her side. 2 people have the same difficulty and naturally find a way to solve it together. Li Chunfang walked about 2 kilometers along the straight corridor. Knock on the door of room 214,005. The girl who opened the door was no more than 20 years old. Wear a moon-white satin shirt with a lotus leaf skirt underneath. The skirt was fully covered with gauze, making her tall figure extraordinarily beautiful. Her fully developed frame was unusually round. A pair of C-rank pandas jumped their shirts tightly. On the flawless goose face are straight sword eyebrows. Shining stars. A tall nose. Chic little mouth. Everywhere shows that she is an impeccable oriental beauty. The girl's pink lips moved. Are you Li Chunfang? The boy at the door had short, clean, sunny hair. Handsome face, warm temperament. A rare handsome guy. But he is also very tall and tall. The slightly bulging chest muscles supported the gray t-shirt. Slightly intimidate strangers. Li Chunfang nodded hesitantly. It was the first time I talked to the beautiful school beauty up close, and I was amazed by her beauty touching the ceiling. But only for a moment. Come on, this big elevator can lead to the top floor where Huangdi and the others are. The 2 entered the empty elevator with no one. Rising fast, with a slight whine. The air faintly has the pleasant fragrance that Shu Fuyao exudes. Li Chunfang glanced at her sideways. On the slender neck is a delicate head and a beautiful profile. Shu Fuyao also turned his head and glanced at him. This kid is so handsome. Speak to break the silence. Which department are you from? Sports department. Where are you from? Ba Shu, how about you? Me too, so I'm still a fellow. Hometown, see hometown. I hope our double inner alchemy has a way to solve it, otherwise, there will be tears in our eyes. After a while, the elevator reached the top floor. The guard stopped the two and asked, "What's the matter?" "We would like to ask the Yellow Emperor Patriarch about the practice of double inner alchemy." "Hold on," the guard said and immediately informed the Yellow Emperor. Quickly replied, "The Yellow Emperor asked you to go back first, and he will explain about the double inner alchemy in the group later." The two had to go back first. Among the 6.8 billion people, the administrator Huang Di said. Just now some friends mentioned the double inner alchemy. Double inner alchemy is a very good physical talent. However, the practice of double inner alchemy is very difficult and dangerous. As far as the current mainstream Shuang Nidan Nigong's info practice statistics are concerned, the success rate of cultivation is only 1/5, and 4 out of 5 people will probably go crazy, severely injured or disabled, or violently killed. Next, I will release the cultivation method of double inner alchemy. You can decide whether to cultivate or not. Huang Di Xuanyuan shared documents. Forbidden books. Double pills. Magic art. The Dafa of the Immortal and Demon Shuangdan. How to practice double inner alchemy. Kill. Quote. You must practice. If you don't practice, are you waiting to be eliminated? Both Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao downloaded 3 files. The first and second prefaces said that the success rate of cultivation is only 10%. However, the success rate of the third book is 30%. The method of the third book is not to cultivate, but to upgrade by fighting. Although before level 10 cannot enter the copy. But you can gain experience upgrades by killing other aliens. In that star field, there is more than one civilization species on each planet. By killing aliens, you can gain level up experience. However, this method has less experience, and the experience required to upgrade a double inner alchemy is double that of a single inner alchemy. The most difficult thing is that aliens are not so easy to kill and are dangerous. Don't talk about killing aliens before level 10, you are thankful not to be killed by aliens. Many double inner alchemy often did not kill enough to level 10, but died at the hands of aliens. The Genius Group of Magic University. Chu Shang. Fuyao, stop cultivating. Xu Fuyao. Are you waiting to be eliminated if you don't practice? Chu Shang. It's alright, I'm cultivating fast, and I'll take care of you in the future. Xu Fuyao. Number. Chu Shang. I'm serious, you are my woman, and you will do laundry, cook and have babies for me in the future, and I will be responsible for making copies to earn money to support my family. Xu Fuyao. Get out. Zhang-kun. Goddess Xu should think twice, only 10% success rate. Chu Shang. Why do you have to take that path of lifeless beauty? Zhang-kun. Goddess Xu, don't be in a hurry. When I learn something, I will help you kill aliens and upgrade. Zhang-kun. I don't need you to be my wife, I will help you for free. Aliens are civilized species like humans. Humans are people, and aliens are people. Relying on killing to escalate, the kind-hearted Xu Fuyao is reluctant to do so. There is nothing good to say, so I simply don't read the group news. Just follow the first mind method and start practicing. However, after practicing for only half a day, she lost her mind. After a violent cough, she texted Li Chunfang. Xu Fuyao. I coughed up blood, how are you? Li Chunfang. I haven't practiced yet. Xu Fuyao. Do you want to use the third method? Li Chunfang. Almost. Xu Fuyao. I can't kill innocent people indiscriminately. Li Chunfang. Who said indiscriminately killing innocent people? Don't you know how to find the bad guys in the alien race to kill them? Xu Fuyao. But each of us started out with only 10,000 yuan, so we couldn't last long. Xu Fuyao. It's easier said than done if you want to reach level 10. Li Chunfang. Don't forget, there are already 5 billion people on the planet, and they are not as poor as we are. Li Chunfang. With your looks, it's not easy to get some money. Xu Fuyao. Hee, do you mean to sell your hue? Li Chunfang. I asked you to do live broadcasts. Xu Fuyao knew that she had made a blunder and blamed him wrongly. Xu Fuyao. Oh. Xu Fuyao. Can live streaming make money? Li Chunfang. You are such a beautiful goddess, you can make tens of thousands of dollars a month. When Xu Fuyao heard what he said, she was overjoyed. Really, but I don't live stream. Li Chunfang. It's okay, I'll teach you when the time comes. As long as you have good looks, you can broadcast anything. Xu Fuyao. That's for sure. Li Chunfang. Handshake. After such an exchange, Xu Fuyao's anguish was relieved a lot. Suddenly I felt that it was really nice to have such a person with the same double inner core as me. Don't leave yourself alone and helpless. Roommates practice every day. Family members were also unable to contact them. When bored, Xu Fuyao asked Li Chunfang to chat. Li Chunfang used his spare time to study the sword technique of micro-vibration. Occasionally, he gestured a few times in the 2-meter-5 wide corridor. A week has passed. Sign in. Open black lens bracket ding. Signed in this week. Close black lens bracket. Rewards SS-Level Inner Strength Mind Method, Gemini Double Cultivation Magical Technique. Close black lens bracket. Introduction. This is the method of double inner alchemy cultivation, and the success rate of single cultivation is 30%. The success rate of double repair is 90%. Close black lens bracket. I rely on. Is it so cool? Li Chunfang is overjoyed. What is missing? This sign-in system has won my heart. Li Chunfang took a closer look at the cultivation methods described in it. It turns out that cultivating with 2 people can greatly increase the success rate. It's just that this dual cultivation method is a bit, that. Xu Fuyao. Have you eaten yet? Li Chunfang. I ate. Xu Fuyao. It's so boring to watch them practice in the dormitory every day, why don't you go out for a walk? Li Chunfang. Good. Most people are hurrying to cultivate. Because everyone knows that there is not much time left for them. If you can't reach level 10 quickly, and the initial 10,000 yuan donated by the system will be spent, that would be in danger of being eliminated. On the aircraft carrier, there is a spacious event plaza every 1,000 rooms. There are not many people in the square. The two walked side by side. Xu Fuyao took her steps seriously with her hands behind her back. Li Chunfang thought again and again. It's too dangerous to practice this twin double cultivation magic alone. It's better to find someone who has the same double inner alchemy as himself to double cultivation. Li Chunfang only knows Xu Fuyao, a double inner alchemist. Even if he knew other people, that wouldn't change the fact that Xu Fuyao was the best candidate. He cleared his throat. Cough. I have obtained a double inner alchemy training method, and the success rate is as high as 90%. Xu Fuyao's star eyes flashed. That's great. How did you get it? Bought from the system mall. How to buy? Why didn't I see it? Li Chunfang has researched the system mall in the past 2 days and can buy a lot of things. Everything in the mall can be bought, as long as you look for it carefully. Then send it to me. Is there really a 90% success rate? Yes, but the method of cultivation is a bit special. What's so special? You better see for yourself. Li Chunfang sent her the Dharma. This is a limited mental method, it can only be copied once, and the opportunity has been used up. Close black lens bracket. Xu Fuyao opened his mind and took a look. The hard method is detailed and mysterious, and every line is the way. Not like a random fabrication. However, the double cultivation method described in it made her cheeks fly. He lowered his head and muttered. Why, how can there be such a mentality? The biggest problem in the practice of double inner alchemy is balance. Only when 4 inner alchemy form a 4-corner balance can we solve the problem of misunderstanding caused by unbalanced cultivation. Xu Fuyao nodded. There are morals and minds. Without Li Chunfang's explanation, she can understand it herself. It must be 2 double inner alchemists to practice together. She looked at Li Chunfang in front of her. The sun is handsome, the jade tree is in the wind. Of course, the most important thing is that the man looks honest. It seems that it is safer to practice with him. She had no choice but to practice that method with Li Chunfang. Xu Fuyao blinked a pair of sultry eyes. Biting his lower lip, he said. That can only be done by the 2 of us. After saying that, he bowed his head shyly. The snow-white face was as red as a ripe peach. Makes one have the urge to take a bite. This is also a method, at least simpler and safer than killing aliens to upgrade. Xu Fuyao raised her eyes and glanced at him quickly, then lowered her head. The long eyelashes fluttered like a fan. Then let's try. Li Chunfang also measured her in front of her. Bingqing Yuji, Chunfang is difficult to chase, and it seems that it is not bad to practice with her. Try it. Room 214,005. Shu Fuyao's bedroom. All three of her roommates sat cross-legged on the bed. Practice with eyes closed, like three bodhisattvas. Not moving at all. No other space is provided on the aircraft carrier. Cultivation in bed is always inappropriate. So Li Chunfang and Shu Fuyao sat cross-legged on the bedroom floor. The two raised their palms forward. Palms touch. Shu Fuyao's hands were cold and soft. Eyes met, she shyly looked away. This was the first time she had touched a boy with both hands like this. It must be a little awkward. Li Chunfang is fine, but I don't think there is anything. Let's start. It is good, Shu Fuyao agreed. Eyes and lips were tightly closed. According to the hard method, the two meditated and entered the meditation. Enter the state of soul consciousness that can gain insight into the microscopic world in the body. They have tried this kind of meditation before. Easy to drive. Know how to quickly open up spiritual knowledge. But soon, the two opened their eyes. Shu Fuyao frowned slightly. It doesn't seem to work. She felt that the communication between them was not very smooth. The connection could not be established successfully. According to Gemini Double Cultivation Magical Technique, the two people participating in the practice must increase direct skin-to-skin contact as much as possible. Only in this way can spiritual consciousness and Chi Reiki communicate smoothly and without hindrance, so as to form a stable four-corner balance. Li Chunfang think about it. This may be due to insufficient contact area. It is proposed that you and I clasp our hands together to increase the contact area. Shu Fuyao pursed her lips. There seems to be no other way to do this. Nodding lightly, the two separated their hands and fingers. Fitted between fingers. Fingers intertwined. Shu Fuyao has never done such an action even with her best friend. Fingers connected to heart. 10 fingers buckle. Does it mean that the heart is connected to the heart? Shu Fuyao's face was calm and serious. However, his face turned red slowly. Can't control it. The two closed their eyes. Get ready to turn on the spiritual state again. But I couldn't clear my mind for a long time. The distractions in my head galloped like wild horses. Unfettered. Free yourself. For a long time, the two talents finally opened up their spiritual knowledge. However, this time the result. But not much different from the last time. Still unstable. Still miscommunication. Still can't balance. The contact area, however, has increased a little. Not enough. Far from enough. Shu Fuyao opened her eyes and rolled her eyes helplessly. Why is it still not enough? This. Li Chunfang also scratched his head. A quick idea. Well, I grab your arm, you grab my arm. This way not only palm contact, but also arm contact area. Shu Fuyao thought about it. For the sake of cultivation, I had to make sacrifices. If you don't practice, you won't be strong. To that side of the world is to be slaughtered or manipulated by others. She still hopes that fate is in her own hands. Hopefully that will do. Li Chunfang raised his arms and opened his palms. Shu Fuyao jumped on it and held him. This is better than interlocking fingers. However, the contact surface still seems to be insufficient. There is always a feeling of stagnation in chi flow communication. It seems that the channels connecting each other are still too narrow. What else can we do? Hands are used up. Use your feet, the soles of your feet. Li Chunfang came up with this idea again. Shu Fuyao hesitated. Don't worry, I have no athlete's foot. Don't do it again and again. Shu Fuyao still didn't believe it, she couldn't practice today. So foot to foot. Yet even so, the balance of the four corners is still trembling and not firm enough. At this time, one of Shu Fuyao's roommates finished practicing and opened his eyes. Then I saw Shu Fuyao clasping his arms with a boy. Foot to foot. The pose is very weird. It seems a little unclear. Immediately stunned. God, Fuyao, what are you doing? The others also opened their eyes in shock. Tisk tisk, you are this. In broad daylight, what are you doing? This, what are you doing? Do you practice evil power? Shu Fuyao withdrew his hand as if it was hot. Her little face was flushed with shame, and she could not wait to find a seam to get in. Li Chunfang explained, we are practicing. Are there any of you who practice like this? What are you practicing? Your arms are twisted into a twist. Handsome guy, who are you? Xu Fuyao covered her face and ran out. My name is Li Chunfang, sorry for disturbing you. What's your relationship with our family Fuyao? Yeah, I've never seen you before. I tell you, if you dare to bully our family Fuyao, we will never let you go. Li Chunfang smiled shyly and exited the cramped bedroom. It seems that dual cultivation is not so simple. He had to go back to his bedroom first. After a while, Xu Fuyao made a voice call to him. It's a shame, don't practice in the dormitory again. Xu Fuyao's tone was extremely depressed. Now her roommates must think she has something special to do with Li Chunfang. There is no place to practice except the bedroom. The bathroom is not bad, the space is so big. Then try in the bathroom next time. But, let's forget it. I think this method is too weird. It still doesn't work if you use both hands and feet, and more will not work. Okay, that's a little weird. I thought it was just the opposite hand. Li Chunfang doesn't force it either. After all, to practice this magic, you have to make sacrifices. The big deal is to upgrade in another way. Neither of them tried to cultivate again this week. Only the upgrade hope is pinned on killing aliens. A week has passed. The journey is almost halfway there. The students are all practicing hard, and everyone has made progress. The Genius Group of Magic City University. Principal, how are your cultivation results these days? Chu Shang, I am level 4.1. Principal, not bad, you try to break through to level 10 before you arrive. Chu Shang, that is necessary. Jong-kun, I am level 3.5. Principal, also very good. Principal, at Xu Fuyao, Li Chunfang, how are you too? Xu Fuyao, as usual, level 0. Li Chunfang, level 0. People who have always liked diving saw this and couldn't help but speak. Zhao Tang, all D-level talents in my dormitory are at level 0.1, and you two geniuses are still standing still. Zhao Tang, what kind of genius group? The waste material group is about the same. Principal, alas, soon, Xu Fuyao received a prompt from the address book. You have been removed from the genius group of Modu University by the administrator. Xu Fuyao was stupid. I was actually kicked out of the group. The SS class world-class genius talent was actually proposed to the genius group. Shame. What a shame. She never thought she would be treated like this. Almost didn't get pissed off. Same. Li Chunfang was also kicked out of the talent group of Modu University. But he was not very angry, and he even wanted to quit the group. How can the genius group be worthy of a cosmic genius like yourself? Besides, the usual communication in the group is extremely boring. It's nothing more than a word to brag about the achievements of his cultivation. I have never seen anyone share their cultivation experience or anything. Staying in this group is tantamount to wasting time and mood. At this time, the angry Xu Fuyao began to call him. Come out, let's start practicing. Forget it, if the physical contact is not up to standard, there is no way to double cultivation. Xu Fuyao held his breath. They bully people too much, and they look down on others. This time, I have to practice no matter what. Regarding cultivation, what is Li Chunfang's opinion? Anyway, I'm a man, so I don't suffer, right? Are you sure? Have you made up your mind? Xu Fuyao nibbled at 2 rows of broken jade. I'm sure, even if, anyway, I have to practice anyway. Li Chunfang just waited for her simple words. Okay, where do you practice? Come here, I know there is a clean bathroom here. Li Chunfang went to find her. A week later, he can sign in again. Sign in. Open black lens bracket ding. Signed in this week. Close black lens bracket. Obtain the buff and increase the training speed by 400% for 7 days. Close black lens bracket. Hey, this sign-in system. So sensible. Li Chunfang is happy. Just about to practice, this buff bonus comes at the right time. In this way, the cultivation progress that fell ahead may be able to catch up. Li Chunfang reunites with Xu Fuyao. She was still a little pissed off. The locked sword eyebrows are like 2 knives ready to go. It seems that it will fly out and hurt people at any time. She led Li Chunfang into a bathroom together. The space is not bad, there are 6 or 7 levels. There is a separate shower room. She tugged at a tissue and wiped off the water in the shower. Spread 2 layers of paper towels on the shower floor. After tossing for a while, the anger on her face subsided for the most part. But his eyes remained firm. How to practice? You decide. Li Chunfang still left the decision to her. After getting along for half a month, we often chat. Xu Fuyao already knows a lot about Li Chunfang. As the school flower of Magic Capital University, any boy who has her contact information. They all stalked her, and warmly greeted her. But Li Chunfang was different. He rarely took the initiative to chat with her. She is also respected in all respects. In general, she felt that she was a reliable and trustworthy man. Xu Fuyao bit her lip. Make up your mind. The big deal is to go for a swim in the pool. This time, with a greatly increased contact surface. Finally succeeded. Li Chunfang's S-level cultivation talent, the speed of improvement is 200%. Xu Fuyao's cultivation talent is A-level, and the improvement speed is 150%. However, Li Chunfang still has a 400% training speed buff for 7 days. Xu Fuyao doubled cultivation with him, inheriting his buff bonus. 2 people, 1 practice speed 600%, 1 550%. Even if both of them are double inner alchemy, cultivation is more difficult than single inner alchemy. But under the blessing of such cultivation, it is almost equivalent to the SS-level cultivation talent of single inner alchemy. The two sit together for 6 hours. During this period, it was directly upgraded to 1 level. Li Chunfang opened his eyes. Xu Fuyao also opened his eyes and took a deep breath. Only then did he realize that he was surrounded by his arms. In his arms. This feeling is very warm and safe, and she can't help but be shocked. It feels so good to be held by him. Let's go to dinner, and continue to practice after eating, what do you think? Both hands agree. Li Chunfang is of course willing to take advantage of the buff bonus to step up his practice. After Xu Fuyao checked her personal attributes, she immediately said in surprise. Wow, I'm already level 1. Well, me too, level 1. It took half a day to upgrade to 1 level, and Li Chunfang was very satisfied with this speed. However, the further back in the practice, the more difficult it becomes. It means we have internal strength now. Try to activate inner strength. The two were not in a hurry to eat immediately. Activation of inner strength is not instantaneous. And it is more difficult to activate the inner strength of double inner alchemy than single inner alchemy. However, there is a method for activating the double inner alchemy in Twin Shuangshou Divine Art. There are 3 of them. Beginner, intermediate and advanced. The higher the level, the more difficult it is, but the better the effect after activating the inner strength. Primary, separation of the same phase method. Easier. The 2 inner alchemy streams traveled apart in the same direction. The speed of Qi Lu is the same as that of Shan Niden. The flow is 2 times that of a single inner alchemy. The gathering time required to release a Qi move is twice as fast as that of a single alchemy. That is, the single Niden 4-second Qi collection move. It only takes 2 seconds in this mode. Intermediate. Separation of opposite lines of Qi. This activation method is more difficult. But the speed of Qi Lu is twice that of Shan Niden. At the same time, the flow rate is also twice that of a single inner alchemy. It takes 4 seconds for Shan Niden to complete the Qi gathering move. Under the intermediate double inner alchemy activation method, it only takes 1 second to complete the collection. Advanced, spiral opposite to the popular Qi method. This method of Qi movement is that the Qi currents spiral around each other in opposite directions and accelerate each other. The Qi flow speed is 4 times that of a single inner alchemy. At the same time, the flow is 2 times that of a single inner alchemy. A single Niden requires 8 seconds to gather energy. In this mode of double inner alchemy, it only takes 1 second. It is almost a big move without interval release. However, it is very difficult to activate the inner strength method. This is the advantage of double inner alchemy over single inner alchemy. Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao first tried the primary double inner alchemy activation method. Leading the qi flow in the 2 inner alchemy, a circulation is formed between the acupoints and meridians in the body. Finally back to Naden. In this way, qi flow circulates automatically throughout the body. Activating internal energy is the technique of using qi, which tests the talent of martial arts. Xu Fuyao's martial arts talent is S-level. Li Chunfang is up to SS level. The primary double inner alchemy activation method is a piece of cake for them. A success. Spiritual energy flows throughout the body, bringing various blessings to the body. Li Chunfang felt full of strength, and his body seemed to become very light. Xu Fuyao felt the same way. Wow, this feeling is amazing. The body is as light as a swallow. After bouncing twice, her jet black hair fluttered in the air. There was a charming smile on her face. Li Chunfang hopped lightly with one foot. I touched the ceiling of the bathroom. He looks at personal attributes. His raw strength, speed and spirit are all 20 points. Activate inner strength at this moment. Strength 30 points. Speed 30 points. Spirit 30 points. Each level of internal strength can increase the attributes of the body by 10 points. It is equivalent to increasing various attributes by 50% on the original basis. 7 days in a row. The two spent all the time they could use on cultivation. The first few levels are faster. The latter is slightly slower. The moment when the training buff expires, Xu Fuyao clearly felt that cultivation was no longer so smooth. I think it is because I have been practicing continuously for too long. I'm tired, it's time to take a break. Open your eyes, stand up and stretch. By the way, look at personal attributes. Level 7. Seeing this number, she couldn't help cheering. Great, level 7, successfully breaking through level 7. I'm level 7 too. 7 days and 7 grades, Li Chunfang is quite satisfied with the result. If not for double inner alchemy, maybe level 10 by now. However, although Shuang Niden is slow to practice, but it has many more benefits than single inner alchemy. First of all, the amount of energy stored in the 2 inner pills is twice that of an ordinary person. Secondly, the chi flow in the activated state of double inner alchemy is larger than that of single inner alchemy. The gathering time for releasing moves is shorter than that of single alchemy. Yeah, now, we must be higher than the people in that shitty genius group. Great, great. When Xu Fuyao thought of this, she was even happier. Incidentally, I also felt that the man in front of him was very cute and lovable. Cultivation this week, and in this way, the two quickly became familiar from the initial strangeness. When Xu Fuyao was excited, she couldn't help hugging Li Chunfang and jumping and cheering. This can make Li Chunfang feel good. You are happy to be happy. What are you holding yourself for? Even if you hold it, you still dance. Enough hugs. Enough, go and put your shirt on. Xu Fuyao was taken aback. Shirt, only then did she realize that her shirt was still hanging there. Immediately embarrassed, Shafei's cheeks. Release him. Twisted his hair. The shy and cute appearance is quite seductive. Li Chunfang got dressed. I'm a little hungry, let's have some supper. Xu Fuyao hummed softly, the flushing on her face had not yet faded. There is no limit to what you can eat on an aircraft carrier. Eat anytime you want, just not much variety of food. Only instant noodles are available at this time. The two each asked for a cup of instant noodles. There is no dining table. Just sitting in the corridor, leaning against the wall and eating. Although the simplest food, the most humble place to eat. But still the feeling of being eaten by the two of them is delicious. For Xu Fuyao, it is a happy event, and everything is delicious. For Li Chunfang, it is delicious to have such an impeccable little fairy to eat together. Instant noodles can also taste like top ramen. After supper, Xu Fuyao suggested to go for a walk. On the one hand, I want to digest food, and on the other hand, I want to feel more about the feeling of movement under the activation state of level 7 internal energy. At level 7, Li Chunfang's strength, speed and spirit all reached 90 points. That's more than 4 times his original 20 stats. On the way to the square, there is amazing news in the Modu University group. Principal, warm congratulations to Chu Shang for reaching level 6. Principal, Chu Zhang's internal strength level is the first in the school, and he is expected to be the only person in our school who reaches Jupiter and breaks through the 10th level. Principal, it is the backbone of my Modu University. Awesome, so strong, I'm only level 1. As expected of a genius, most of our talents are 2 or 3 levels, and he is level 6. People can't compare with people. Obviously we started together, and it feels like we haven't graduated from primary school yet, and he has already gone to college. Chu Shang is the thigh. The principal of Modu University decided to cling to this thigh. The opportunity to publicly praise thighs like this can't wait to come once a day. To win the favor of the thigh. After all, the world has changed. His real estate, his car, and his status were all lost. The only thing that exists now is the false name of the president of Modu University. When it comes to that side of the star field, who will care about his false name? So now, using this false name to build useful contacts is the most important thing. Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao saw the news. Unanimously chuckled. Those who have reached level 7 know that level 6 to 7 is a big threshold. Previously, it only took them 5 days to upgrade to level 6, but it took them 2 days to upgrade to level 7. In just over a week, the aircraft carrier will arrive at its destination. Not to mention that Chunfang broke through level 10, even breaking through level 7 is enough. The two came to the square. The lights on the aircraft carrier are always on. Day and night, so at this time there are a lot of people in the square. After 3 weeks, everyone has some inner strength. They all want to find a spacious place to show their skills. There are many people in the square arguing with each other. Fist to and fro, chasing slapstick people, one by one, ran faster than the 100 meters world champion. However, the combination of Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao is very eye-catching. Going all the way, I dare not say 100%, but 99% is true. The rooms near the square are basically all the students of Magic University. Therefore, most of the activities in the square are from a university. Hey, isn't that the school flower of Shuda? I heard that she is an SS genius, but she can't practice. I'll just say, God is fair, it's impossible for her to be so beautiful and talented. That's right, I can't let her take it all alone. Who is that handsome guy she's with? He's quite handsome. You don't even know him. I suspect you're not a big man in our demon city. Tell me now. Li Chunfang, one of the 2 school grasses of our Magic City University, is from the Department of Physical Education. He has a good figure and a handsome body. He is a good table tennis player. The table tennis champion of the national games was originally going to participate in the Olympic Games this year to show his skills, but unfortunately the end is coming, and I am afraid in the future there will be no more Olympics. Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao are walking. Suddenly ran out of a person in front of him. Chunfang, one of the 2 school grasses of Modu University. Because of the long admission time, the reputation is higher than Li Chunfang. Chunfang smiled at Xu Fuyao. Fuyao, you also came out for activities. I haven't seen you recently because of my practice. Are you all right? At school, Chunfang has always been a loyal suitor of Xu Fuyao. And also the most promising suitor. After all, he is handsome, his family has money, and he is also the president of the student council. And Xu Fuyao also has various honors, and has won many competition trophies on behalf of the school. Such a perfect man is worthy of such a perfect school flower of Xu. So the combination of the two is very promising. Chunfang even claimed to be Xu Fuyao's prospective boyfriend. Xu Fuyao kept silent. Pretty good. That's good. I'm already level 6, do you know? Xu Fuyao just snorted softly. Tisk. Chunfang was very dissatisfied with her reaction. You man, I'm in the 6th grade, first in the school, shouldn't you be very happy? Xu Fuyao's face turned cold. As if covered with frost for thousands of years. You're not my man, don't blame me for being rude to you if you talk nonsense. I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about later. Chunfang smiled, seeing Li Chunfang beside her very displeased. He reached out and pushed Li Chunfang. Pointing at Li Chunfang, he said seriously. I warn you, she is my woman, stay away from her in the future. The surrounding students stopped for a while. Ready to eat melon. The 2 school grasses compete for school flowers, it's amazing. There are good plays to watch, there are good plays. Chunfang is the first in the school, and Li Chunfang is not enough. Snapped. Chu Zhang's face collided with Xu Fuyao's palm. Made a clear slap sound. Chunfang covered his face in disbelief. Why did you hit me? Xu Fuyao's face was as cold as 1,000 years of ice. You dare to ruin my reputation again, it's as simple as a slap in the face. There is a limit to a person's patience. Chunfang endured Xu Fuyao again and again. At this time, being slapped in public by her, she couldn't bear it anymore. Damn, you bitch, you can't cultivate, I look up to you, it's your blessing, you don't know how to praise. Snapped. Chu Zhang's face collided with Li Chungfang's palm. A crisp slap sounded again. Oh, the onlookers roared. I'm going, it seems that the schoolgirl Shu and Li Chungfang are united. How could this be? I thought she was more likely to be Chu Shang. I've never heard of her having an affair with Li Chungfang before. It's messed up, what's going on here? Chu Shang was slapped once on his left and right faces. Hearing the commotion around him again, he couldn't help blushing and was furious. Grass, even a small character like you dares to touch me, you King Big Lantern in the toilet, courting death. All out to throw a punch at Li Chungfang. The fist wind whistled. Everyone was surprised. What a quick punch. Is this the strength after reaching level 6? 4 times the strength and speed of ordinary people. Will it kill people? This punch may seem quick to others. For Li Chungfang, who is already level 7 and has a spirit of 90 points. It's like 0.8x slow motion. The higher the spirit, the better the insight and the shorter the neural reaction time. And this punch is really unremarkable and unorganized. In his opinion, this reckless all-out strike. Just a joke. Li Chungfang put his fingers together and used his hand as a sword. Use the basic swordsmanship in small trembling swordsmanship, and take a punch. The direction of the fist changes immediately. Hit the air. Chu Shang was startled and had no time to react. The next moment, I felt an iron hammer hitting my chest. A sharp pain in the chest. Knees up. Li Chungfang a top knee from the bottom up. Chu Shang jumped up with strength. In the end, it slammed on the ground like a dog eating shit. OH. Everyone was shocked. Li Chungfang, who had thought that his grades were mediocre, was going to be knocked over by the school's number 1. But it was Chu Shang who didn't want to be knocked over. At this moment, Chu Shang squeezed painfully as he lay on the ground. I didn't even have the strength to get up. So strong. Level 6 is vulnerable. What kind of strength is Li Chungfang? It's impossible to be stronger than Chu Shang, right? He seems to be one of only 8 geniuses in our school. But isn't his genius in martial arts talent? Have you seen how handsome and smooth his movements are? Maybe that's a martial arts genius. Grandpa Wangdi has said that the strength of martial arts is not just based on internal strength. Martial arts are also very important. Shu Fuyao's small fist was still raised in the air. It was originally about to fight Chu Shang. But he didn't want him to be beaten up when he played against Li Chungfang. Put down his hands, disappointed, and said, I'm ready to show off my skills so easily. It's not too beaten. Li Chungfang was secretly amazed. An S-rank martial skill that thoroughly analyzes the flaws in the human body's moves. He who has studied the basics of the swordsmanship of micro-shaking is no longer at the same level of strength as those who have never learned martial arts. Shu Fuyao was a little puzzled. The gap between level 6 and level 7 shouldn't be that big, right? Li Chungfang saw that the students around him were all confused. Intended to clear things up for you guys. Public your level information and let everyone see it. There is a lot of information in personal attributes that can be made public. After you choose to make it public, others will be able to see it when they view the property. Well, what is the number 1 in the whole school? I'm standing here as a 7th grader, and he has the nerve to say that he is the number 1 in the whole school. Although Shu Fuyao didn't like to show off. But she couldn't get used to the principal boasting that Chu Shang was number 1 in the whole school. The headmaster kicked her out of the group, but she remembered it very clearly. Disclose the internal strength level information in personal attributes. Soon someone exclaimed, damn it, level 7. Goddess Shu is already level 7, isn't she? It's really level 7, a full level higher than Chu Shang. How did you do it? Isn't the Goddess Shu's cultivation talent only A level? I am also a cultivation talent A level, why am I only level 3.8? Look, Li Chungfang is also level 7. My god, is level 7 so easy to upgrade? Is there any upgrade trick? Chu Shang broke 3 ribs. In the pain, he also heard the exclamations around him. Forcefully raised his head and looked at Shu Fuyao to check her information. Name, Shu Fuyao. Internal strength level, level 7. Name, Li Chungfang. Internal strength level, level 7. Chu Zhang's eyes widened like copper bells. shocked and puzzled. How could this be? Aren't they both double inner alchemists? Isn't the practice of double inner alchemy twice as slow as that of single inner alchemy? Why is one level higher than me? Chunfang couldn't bear the double blow of body and mind. Passed out on the spot. Magic University Group. Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao both reached level 7. Chunfang started with Li Chunfang and was beaten up in one round. Didn't he kill him? I saw him lying on the ground motionless. Should I go to jail for killing someone? Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Sit in the fart, you will go to jail if the government is gone. That is, where are the cells on the aircraft carrier? Principal. What are you talking about? Principal, your information is inaccurate. The number 1 in the school is not Chunfang at all. Well, both Xu Fuyao and Li Chunfang are a full 1 level ahead of Chunfang. They are all geniuses, and they are so ahead. It's not that people work hard enough, we have to work hard too, or we will be eliminated. On the way back, Xu Fuyao received a message reminder. The principal invited you to join the Magic Capital Talent Group, do you agree? Close black lens bracket. Xu Fuyao raised the corner of his mouth proudly. Kick if you want, pull if you want, do you think I'm the ball? Auntie won't join you. Reject. The principal invites you to join the Magic Capital Talent Group again, do you agree? Close black lens bracket. Reject. The principal invites you to join the Magic City Talent Group again, do you agree? Close black lens bracket. Agree. The same Li Chunfang was also invited. Principal. Mr. Xu, you can be considered as pulling in. Without a rare genius like you, the genius group in our demon city is not worthy of being called a genius group. Xu Fuyao. Principal go X, if you pull me again, I'll go straight to beat you. See if you can beat my level 7 internal skills. Headmaster. Principal. Classmate Xu, calm down, I didn't want to kick you before, it was Chu Zhang's strong request. Xu Fuyao. You are so funny, just call you the principal by name, for fear that others will not know that you were the principal before. You are no longer in Blue Star, you're the headmaster. Li Chunfang. Well said, I have said everything I want to say, I have nothing to say. Xu Fuyao has left the group. And block this group. Li Chunfang has left this group. Zhong-kun. This group is boring. Zhong-kun has left the group. Wang Dongfang has left the group. Has left this group. Principal. Don't go, guys. Principal. If you have something to say, why don't you quit the group if you don't agree? He watched helplessly as his thighs left the large retreat group formed by himself. The headmaster's heart wails. There is a sense of loneliness of being abandoned. The thighs have run away, who will I rely on in the future? Sign in. Ding, the sign in was successful this week. Close black lens bracket. Obtain the buff and increase the training speed by 400% for 7 days. Close black lens bracket. Nice. Li Chunfang's check-in in the new week will once again get the same reward as last week. This reward is exactly what he needs. Double inner alchemy is twice as slow as single inner alchemy. If only rely on his S-talent 200% improvement speed. I'm afraid it will be difficult to reach level 10 when you reach your destination. There is not much space on the aircraft carrier, and there is nothing else to do except practice. Maybe Xu Fuyao and Li Chunfang double repaired to get angry. But now she sees herself getting stronger day by day. He is also very willing to practice with Li Chunfang. After a week, both of them reached level 10. Seeing your level pass a big threshold. Xu Fuyao danced with joy. She is very excited. Can't help but turn around and hug Li Chunfang. Thank you, Li Chunfang, I have successfully broken through level 10. The gratitude goes beyond words. If not, Li Chunfang provides magic. Maybe she is still worrying about cultivation. You're welcome, friends should help each other. Besides, this is mutually beneficial and win-win. Li Chunfang patted her lightly. Well, you are my best friend of the opposite sex. Xu Fuyao affirmed his statement. And emphasize high-level friendship. Okay, then can you let me go? Li Chunfang began to panic. Such a girl with an angel face and a devil figure. Hanging around the neck, who can stand it? Xu Fuyao let go of him, her pretty face blushing. She had never hugged a boy like this before. We're 2 days away from reaching Jupiter. Once again, the 3 legends speak through screens in every room. Let everyone popularize the most important food and accommodation issues. After body modification gets the system. Everyone received an initial gift of 10,000 yuan. There, the holy station under the supreme civilization is in charge of everything. The people there do not farm the land, all the land belongs to the holy station. Renting land is expensive, buying land is even more expensive. All raw materials and food materials can be purchased directly from the holy station. For renters, you can find street station directly from the system. After the legendary speech, everyone can receive a free storage bracelet in the cafeteria. The initial storage space is 1 cubic meter. No weight limit. But cannot store living things. As long as there is enough space on the bracelet, the things purchased from the holy station are directly classified into the storage space. Can be taken directly from the bracelet. The holy station has provided shelter for 6 billion people. The sooner you rent, the better you can choose. Holy station. Li Chunfang thought a move. In front of him, he entered the network platform of the holy station. Shopping, renting land, buying land, exchanging. Rent. Li Chunfang took a general look. Renting is 1,000 yuan a grade. From 1,000 to 100,000. The cheapest one rents for 1,000 yuan a month. 20 square meters. Ordinary decoration, including limited water and electricity. Overages are billed separately. According to the rules of the holy station, the time spent in public areas cannot exceed 20 hours per day. Once it exceeds, a fine of 1,000 yuan will be deducted from the account. If the balance in the account is less than 1,000 yuan, the user is eliminated. Internal systems control its end of life. In other words, the initial capital of 10,000 yuan can only last for a few months at most. After a few months, if you can't make enough money to live on, will be eliminated and die. In this case, Li Chunfang did not dare to spend money indiscriminately. Only intend to rent the lowest end housing. After all, I haven't made any money yet. Xu Fuyao also took a general look at the rental house. The cheapest gear set is 2,000 yuan, 50 square meters. It is larger than the per capita area of the first set. The two girls in her dormitory, who were less talented in cultivation, had no confidence to make money within a few months. Thinking about two people sharing a rental package. This is flattened down to 500 rent per person per month. After another girl heard this, she suggested, why don't the three of us rent together and set up one unit? That's more than 300 rent a month. If you save a little on meals, maybe 10,000 yuan can last for 2 or 3 years. Yeah, I agree. All three knew that Jupiter was not a blue star. Blue stars' lands are all human. Use it however you want. But the new world does not belong to human beings. If you want to survive, you have to follow other people's rules. The world has changed, where the rule money runs out and you die. So save a little bit. $10,000 is not just money, but life. It's better to Fuyao. She has high talent, and she's already level 10 before she arrives. Yeah, you can start making money by playing dungeons. My cultivation talent is C rank, I'm so afraid of being eliminated. The three sisters lived together in the dormitory for a year or two, and their relationship was not shallow. Naturally, Xu Fuyao would not watch them get eliminated. If you have any difficulties, I will definitely do my best to help you. If you unite, the difficulties will always pass. Well, Yao Yao is so nice. Yao Yao, why don't the four of us share a lease? That set is 20 square meters, which is more spacious than the dormitory of several square meters on the aircraft carrier. It should be enough to live in. Xu Fuyao thought about it. 4 people live in a 20 square meter house, which also includes a kitchen and bathroom. The actual bedroom space is very narrow, and it is very uncomfortable to live in. In addition, it is not convenient to practice. Refused. No, that's inconvenient to practice. Why is it inconvenient? By the way, how did you cultivate? Yeah, I haven't seen you practice in the dormitory for a while. How did you reach level 10 so quickly? Is there any trick? How to practice? Thinking of this question, Xu Fuyao couldn't help but feel her cheeks. Her way of training is too special. Just thinking about it made her feel embarrassed. How dare you say it? Chapter 11. Xu Fuyao made excuses for his roommate. She didn't want to share a house with them. But I don't want to rent it by myself. After all, it was a strange and unknown world. Of course she was afraid when she was not yet 20 years old. Parents are now missing. Sai sent a message to Li Chunfang, the only one who made her feel some support. Shu Fuyao, have you decided what house to rent? Li Chunfang, the cheapest one. Shu Fuyao, does anyone share a lease with you? 3 roommates in my dormitory share a suite. Li Chunfang, I am a genius, so I don't even have to share my bedroom with others. Shu Fuyao, yo, you are floating. Li Chunfang, how can this be called floating? I haven't rented a house for 10,000 yuan a month, which is already very low-key. Shu Fuyao, just kidding. Otherwise, the two of us. She wants to share a lease with Li Chunfang. With him, she felt very safe. One thing Li Chunfang gave her was that she was mature and stable. To double cultivation these days, Li Chunfang has never touched her indiscriminately. Never done anything beyond that. Imagine if it were another man. A beauty like her dressed like that, I am afraid she has been bullied long ago. However, a girl who offered to share a lease was too reserved. Speaking of which, Li Chunfang couldn't understand it. That's definitely not emotional intelligence. Li Chunfang, do you share a lease? Shu Fuyao, do you want to share a rent with me? Li Chunfang, obviously you think about it yourself, but I think it is the other way around. Woman, good for you. But if you think about it carefully, if you share a lease with her, the two are close. Double repair is also convenient. Say it again. There is a woman who shares the rent together, and it is estimated that the cleanliness of the home is guaranteed. Maybe she can cook or something. Li Chunfang, let's share a set of 2. Shu Fuyao, alright, Shu Fuyao, if we are together, it will be more convenient to practice, and we need to take care of each other. Li Chunfang, but I can't cook, and I always break the dishes when I wash the dishes. Shu Fuyao, it's alright. I'm a girl who can go up the hall and go down to the kitchen. A week has passed. Sign in. Open black lens bracket ding. Signed in this week. Close black lens bracket. Rewards the basic chapter of the Levelless Martial Arts, the 12 Swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl. Close black lens bracket. Introduction. This swordsmanship is a unique technique of the Golden Jade Palace of the main sect, and it is divided into the 6 Swords of the Golden Boy and the 6 Swords of the Jade Girl. The power is average when used alone, and the 2 swords are combined. Depending on the degree of tacit understanding, they can show different power levels. Close black lens bracket. If the coordination is not good, it is not as good as D-level martial arts. If they cooperate skillfully, their power can even surpass that of SS-level martial arts. Close black lens bracket. Li Chunfang nodded with a smile. This week's rewards are still good. It is a sword technique suitable for 2 people to practice. I wonder if this swordsmanship can be taught. He had seen the detailed introduction and usage rules in the previous, micro-shaking sword technique. Because it is a single-player swordsmanship, it can only be used by oneself. It cannot be passed on to others in any way. However, the twin magic skills can be shared once because they are double skills. Trigger the task and raise the proficiency of this basic swordsmanship to level 4. Close black lens bracket. Task reward. The first chapter of the stunt of the 12 Swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl. Close black lens bracket. The stunt is the most quintessential part of a martial art. Of course Li Chunfang wanted it. However, there is no space on the aircraft carrier for him to practice swords. Now try to share the swordsmanship with Shu Fuyao. Successful sharing. This is a restricted level exercise that can only be taught once. Close black lens bracket. Shu Fuyao. What is it? Li Chunfang. This is a martial art. Shu Fuyao. Oh, thank you. Did you buy this through the sanctuary? When she was previously researching the shopping system of Saint Station, it was found that some sects on Jupiter sell their own martial arts. You can buy it directly from Saint Station. I thought Li Chunfang bought it there. He didn't explain. Li Chunfang. After arriving, we will take time to practice this swordsmanship. Without martial skills, it is definitely not possible to play dungeons by hacking. Shu Fuyao. Well, listen to you. At the same time, the news of Li Chunfang and Shu Fuyao breaking level 10 was revealed by their roommates. The news of the Modu University group exploded. It's so strong, I broke through level 10 before I arrived. It seems that they are the only ones who have broken through level 10. Chu Shang was seriously injured, and it seems that he is still level 6. The other highest Zhang Kun seems to be only level 8. I'm only level 2. World-class talent is just different. Goddess Shu asks for thighs. Shu Shuihua, can I apply to bring you shoes? It seems that Li Chunfang is just a genius, not a world-class genius. Why is he also level 10? Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Li Chunfang's self-reported talent is CSC. Only C-level cultivation talent. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. C-level cultivation talent. Is it possible to level 10 in such a short time? Upstairs, why is that? Asterisk asterisk asterisk. When you asked about SS-level talent, Li Chunfang said that he was a world-class genius. Don't you understand? Understand what? Isn't he blinded? Stupid upstairs. Obviously, Li Chunfang deliberately concealed his talent. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. That's right, C-level cultivation talent is level 10 in a month. I don't believe it if you kill me. So Li Chunfang's cultivation talent is SS level. Then he is not SSSC. Shock. Two talented geniuses. Li Chunfang is the real thigh. Really thighs. Hidden away. At Li Chunfang, do you have a girlfriend? Would you mind having an extra girlfriend? Asterisk asterisk asterisk. At Li Chunfang, I cook super delicious, can you take me in as your chef? At Li Chunfang, please thighs, I am willing to be a cow and a horse for you, as long as you eat and live. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. I beg God Li to take us with you. I heard that the people who are already on Jupiter have many sects, why don't we also form a sect? Is it the Magic University School? No way, nominate Li Chunfang as the leader. Good idea. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Agree. Let's vote. There is a group function. As long as more than half of the people vote for someone to be the group leader, someone will automatically become the group leader. Then we all vote for Li Chunfang, and let him be the group leader and our leader. It is good. Li Chunfang didn't read the group news at all. In the group he is also blocked. Suddenly received a system prompt. Open black lens bracket ding. You have become the group owner of Modu University and have obtained all group permissions. Close black lens bracket. Li Chunfang is a bit baffled. Why did you suddenly become a group leader? Li Chunfang entered the group to take a look. The principal secretly hated Li Chunfang for stealing his group leader's seat. The surface pretends to be a compliment. Use this to win the favor of the thickest thighs. Principal, congratulations to Li Chunfang, who has become the new group owner of our group. Warm congratulations, applause. Principal, in the future, Li Chunfang is the hope of our school. The principal has been removed from the group by the group owner. The principal in the dormitory was dumbfounded at this time. Senseless. He single-handedly established a large group of more than 30,000 people. It just became a group of others, not to mention. He was also kicked out of the group by others. The connections of more than 30,000 people were just cut off. Xu Fuyao. Well done. Li Chunfang. I don't even need to be in charge. My ability is still very weak. I just want to become stronger first. God is humble. Li Chunfang. Don't have this idea of hugging other people's thighs. It's better to rely on yourself than anyone else. Isn't our nation's emphasis on self-improvement? That's right, we have to keep improving ourselves. Li Chunfang. Instead of pinning your hopes on others, it is better to work hard yourself. But the talent is not good, it doesn't look like you are geniuses. Li Chunfang. Talent is important, but hard work is also indispensable. Xu Fuyao and I have been working very hard during this time, except for eating and sleeping. Li Chunfang. With a little luck, we all reached level 10. Does it work so hard? Li Chunfang. I believe that as long as you work hard, you can survive well in this world. Li Chunfang. We are all alumni, we should be united and help each other. In the future, try to communicate as much useful information as possible in the group. Information about unfamiliar worlds is the most useful thing. Less detours are better than anything else. God is right, we are ashamed. Well said. Blame me for being lazy, no wonder I'm only level 2. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Geniuses work so hard, why do we not work hard? Don't talk about it, let's go to practice. Take the time to practice. I feel like I have changed the group owner, and the atmosphere of the whole group has changed for the better. Xu Fuyao looked at Li Chunfang's speech. I just felt that the lines of words were shining brightly. One person persuaded 30,000 people. What a heroic spirit. Think of his handsome face. Think of his warm chest. Thinking of the time I spent with him, double cultivation. The little deer slammed around in his heart, and his pretty face couldn't help but turn red. 2 days passed in the blink of an eye. The interstellar carrier arrives at Jupiter on time. Prepare to send all Blue Star humans to the pre-planned area. This area is less than 1,000th of the land area of Blue Star. With 6.8 billion people living in such a small area, it is naturally crowded. There are many tall buildings in this area. Most of them are 100-story houses. It is dense and mighty, and it is extremely shocking to look around. Yellow Emperor. The next step is to start decentralization. Those who don't want to be separated will hold hands with each other. Life in this world is cruel. I hope you all can persevere and strengthen my human race. I wish you good luck. Coming soon to a new world. Everyone was nervous and apprehensive. There are also many people who started to miss the Blue Star home, but now they are afraid that the Blue Star has been occupied by the demons. To avoid getting lost, Li Chunfang held Xu Fuyao's slender and well-proportioned white jade hand. Although Li Chunfang always intertwined with her during double cultivation. But now being held by him in public like this, his heart beat faster, and he was shy and didn't dare to look at people. The 3 people in the bedroom are booing. Ooh. Yes, brother Li, old Li, it's really yours, and we were actually soaked in by you as the school flower of Shu. Li Chunfang can't help but explain. Don't get me wrong, it's just in case you get lost. Then why don't you hold hands with us? That's right. I don't share a lease with you. What, are you going to live with Goddess Shu? Have they all developed to live together? Xu Fuyao finally couldn't help raising her red face. Shared rent, one person lives in one room. Wow, this is the first time I see Goddess Shu blushing. So cute. Schoolmaster Shu has always been indifferent to boys, and is nicknamed Iceberg Goddess. I didn't expect to blush sometimes. Sure enough, brother Li is too strong. Xu Fuyao didn't know that her face was hot now. Can't wait to find a hole to dig in. Unbearable to be said. He was about to pull Li Chunfang out of the bedroom. But the bodies of the two suddenly blurred, passed through layers of splints, and landed slowly. The two finally landed in a park, surrounded by tall buildings with dense grids. Li Chunfang checks nearby properties. Rent one of the cheapest sets of 2 from the Saint Station system soon. Because these buildings are all for newcomers to Blue Star, they are all empty. Address. Li Chunfang specially chose a lucky one. Jupiter, War Continent, Street, Station Number 6108. Community Number 88, Building 8, Unit 8, Floor 88, Room 8. Map. Li Chunfang thought a move. A star field map appeared in front of him. Dozens of small balls orbit the massive star. Find the address. Jupiter, War Continent, Number 6108. Holy Station Number 88. Community. Although he knew the full address, he still didn't know where it was. You have to look at the map that comes with the system to know. Navigation. Start navigation, 1.3 kilometers away from the destination. Close black lens bracket. The two went on foot. Along the way, I met many young faces. The teachers and students of Modu University are also put into this community. But there are also some new faces. After all, a community can hold 100,000 people. There are more than 30,000 teachers and students in Modu University. After a while, the two came to the downstairs of the apartment. A 100-story apartment building. Looking up, it seemed that the entire building was floating on the face. Such a building can accommodate 10,000 residents. The two took the elevator to the 88th floor, room 8. Everything in the house is new. The floor is covered with tiles and has the most basic furniture, such as gas stoves, water heaters, beds, toilets, etc. 50 square meters is the real 50 square meters. Unlike Blue Star's house, the 50 square meter house has only 40 square meters left after deducting the shared area. Xu Fuyao looked at the house and nodded slightly with satisfaction. It's still quite big, enough to live in. Li Chunfang also affirmed. Well, it seems that the holy station under the supreme civilization has not treated us badly. This house is very good, and the African people should be laughing from ear to ear by now. Shu Fuyao smiled cleverly. Haha, maybe you're already dancing in the house. But we still need to get some furniture, we don't have any sheets or quilts. Leave it to me, try to buy cheap and affordable ones, and save as much as you can. Shu Fuyao volunteered to undertake this task. Mind control system. Shopping. Human mall. 4-piece bedding set. There are many items to choose from. After all, Jupiter has been inhabited by 5 billion people for 500 years. What people use, they make. And those manufactured things can be sold to the entire star field through the holy station. It's just that shopping mall shelves cost some money. After asking Li Chunfang what color he likes, Shu Fuyao spent 299 yuan to buy 2 ordinary 4-piece bed sets. Then raise your left hand wearing the storage bracelet. Try to give the command in your mind. Release the 2 bed 4-piece suits. Her wristband emits a cone-shaped beam. 2 bed sets of 4 come out of the tip of the cone. Gradually enlarge from sesame size to normal size. Shu Fuyao reached out and took them out of the beam. The little face is full of surprise. It's amazing, did you see it? Li Chunfang nodded. I see. This is something I just bought from the system, and I took it out from the bracelet without express delivery. It's so convenient. After all, the top of the holy station is the supreme civilization, and the level of technological development of others is beyond our imagination. I heard from Grandpa Wangdi that as long as you reach level 100 and pass the trial, you can ascend to godhood and gain access to the highest civilization. This is the way we're going. How can it be so easy to upgrade to level 100? Grandpa Wangdi lived for 5,000 years to level 91. That's why he can't. Shu Fuyao stretched out her hand and pressed Li Chunfang's lips with her white jade fingers. Don't speak ill of Grandpa Wangdi. He worked so hard to bring us billions here, and we should remember his goodness in our hearts. Her fingertips were soft and warm. Bring a touch of warmth. Make this strange and cold room a little warmer. Li Chunfang hummed. Shu Fuyao's face suddenly became melancholy. I don't know where my grandparents and my parents are now. I haven't rented a house yet. Unfortunately, I can only add 20 people with the same name as my father every day, more than 30,000 people. I have to add them to the year of the monkey and the horse month to add him. Li Chunfang patted her thin shoulder and comforted. Don't worry, no one is stupid. You have 10,000 yuan, and it's no problem to last a year or a half. Besides, they may also add you. Your name is not common, and it is estimated that you will receive it soon, their verification information. After he said this, the dark cloud on Shu Fuyao's face immediately dissipated. A sweet smile bloomed on her face. Go ahead and buy household items, hurry up. There are more than 6 billion people spending suddenly, and I expect many things in the Terran Mall will be out of stock. Okay, I'll see if anyone sells swords, buy 2, and we'll practice swordsmanship these days. At the same time, Li Chunfang also sent a message in the Modu University group. Let everyone hurry to buy daily necessities. System shopping is more convenient than a treasure. Shu Fuyao and Li Chunfang divide the labor to purchase. Soon there will be pots and pans at home, and there is no shortage of oil, salt, sauce and vinegar. The two also bought 2 new clothes each. When you come, you must bring no more than 1 kilogram, so you basically have no luggage. Li Chunfang bought a pair of Yuanyang swords. In total, the two spent 4,000 yuan. Excluding the rent, each has 7,000 left. At this time, the news of the Modu University group was active. Damn, I didn't buy chopsticks, there are no chopsticks in the whole network, they are all sold out. Sure enough, God Li is right, many items are out of stock. At Li Chunfang, thank you so much, we basically bought everything. God predicted that, as expected, information is very important, and we have almost bought it. Can anyone sell me a pair of chopsticks, otherwise I'll grab it with my hands. I want a towel, I beg, sanitary napkins, my aunt is here, and the mall is out of stock. I'll give you a pack upstairs, add me as a friend. Thank you, it's great to have a group, everyone takes care of each other. Transaction is very convenient, as long as the item is in the storage bracelet. You can also trade with each other through the address book trading option without meeting each other. At the same time, People from all over Jupiter complained in chat groups. What's the situation? All the daily necessities in the system mall are suddenly sold out, and I can't buy anything anymore. There can be no problem with the system of the holy station. Don't you know that the blue star humans of the second universe are here? It is said that there are 6 or more billion people. God, so many people. All newbies. Is this the purchasing power of 6 billion people? I can't even buy a pair of slippers now. Don't talk about slippers, toilet paper is out of stock. Originally, it was always available. We never prepared toilet paper at home. I'm still squatting in the toilet, waiting for toilet paper. Who can give me a trade point? The announcement was issued just now that the out-of-stock situation is expected to ease in 2 months. What? It means I can't buy toilet paper for 2 months. So what do I use to wipe my butt? The newcomers of the second universe have made us miserable, so I'll clean them up tomorrow. Count me in for the newcomers. Where do they live? It is said to be around the newly built Holy Station 6001-6682. True bull. One holy station radiates 10 million people, and newcomers account for more than 680 holy stations. After all, 6.8 billion people, 1.8 billion more than us. The newcomer doesn't seem to have any internal skills or martial arts. I'll show off tomorrow and pick up 2 beautiful girls. Good idea. The newcomers are very poor. Everyone only has 10,000 yuan. If I drive a car there, I can become the most beautiful boy on the street. So, someone like me with a net worth of hundreds of thousands can be considered rich in the newcomer area. A proper rich man. It's cool. The newcomer is so poor, I can drive a tractor as a luxury car. Let's go pick up the new beautiful girl. The handsome guy in the newcomer area, come to my bowl. Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao stayed on the aircraft carrier for too long. Almost claustrophobic. After cleaning up the house, I came out and looked at the vast sky. In the blue sky, there are more than a dozen planets of different colors. Some are the size of marbles, while others are only the size of mung beans or sesame seeds. Although the apartment buildings are very high, however, the distance between the buildings is very long. There are lots of spaces downstairs for people to move around. There are also some dedicated practice areas. Li Chunfang released the Mandarin duck sword from the bracelet. The 2 swords were made by the Terran themselves, and the materials were just ordinary alloys. The price is also relatively cheap, $1,000 apiece. It is enough for beginners to practice their hands. Li Chunfang used a Mandarin duck sword, 1 meter 2 in length and 10 pounds in weight. Xu Fuyao used a Mandarin duck sword, 1 meter long and 8 pounds in weight. The 2 swords are not light, and it is quite laborious for ordinary people to dance. However, the 2 activated their level 10 internal strength. The strength is 120 and 112 respectively. A 10 Jin sword is about the same as a 2 Jin sword in the hand. Waving up, it is also light. The 2 transferred the basic chapter of the 12 Swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl to practice. The basics cover the basics of swordsmanship, basic actions, basic combo, and the number of swordsmanships formed by the combo. Golden Boy and Jade Girl 12 swords, has a total of 12 sets. But if the 2 swords are combined, the number of ways will be as many as 144 sets. This set of swordsmanship is the result of more than 300 years of continuous sharpening by Jinyu Palace. Broad and profound, it is not something that can be accomplished overnight. Such a swordsmanship cannot be accomplished without 10 years of hard practice. But Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao are both martial arts geniuses. Xu Fuyao's martial arts talent is S grade. Li Chunfang's martial arts talent is as high as SS level. Practice swordsmanship and martial arts much faster than ordinary people. However, the basic chapter of martial arts is always just basic moves. The power and lethality are not that strong. If you want to defeat the enemy and win, you have to rely on stunts in martial arts. Li Chunfang currently has 2 swordsmanships. The follow-up quest for Shaking Swordsmanship calls for defeating a man from Shaking Sword Villa. The 12 Swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl requires that the basic proficiency be raised to level 4. Level 4 is the 80% proficiency of Dacheng. Down 1 day. Li Chunfang view personal properties. Basic proficiency in the 12 Swords of the Golden Boy and the Jade Girl, 3% not beginner. Xu Fuyao was a little worse than him, with a proficiency of 2%. At this speed, Li Chunfang was able to master this profound fundamentals of swordsmanship in more than 20 days. Both understand that martial arts training is not something that happens overnight. They are just students fresh out of college. It takes time to practice and grow. For the next 4 days, both of them practiced swordsmanship hard. Proficiency increased to 15% and 10% respectively. The movement of the sword is also quite similar. At the end of the week, Li Chunfang can sign in again. My heart is silently praying. Can you award some martial skill related buffs this week? Sign in. Ding. Signed in this week. Obtain the buff, and the martial arts practice will increase by 400% for 7 days, and the target group will be affected. Nice. This system is really powerful. Li Chunfang is overjoyed. Give the system 100 likes. Martial arts practice increased by 400%. There is this buff blessing. The speed of Li Chunfang's martial arts has reached 700%. Xu Fuyao was grouped into a team by him and enjoyed the same bonus. Martial skills increase speed up to 600%. After a week of hard work, Li Chunfang looks at the martial skills in his personal attributes. Basic proficiency in the 12 swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl. Level 3, 64%, small success. And Xu Fuyao. Basic proficiency in the 12 swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl. Level 2, 52%, average. Li Chunfang swordsmanship Xiaocheng. The shot has been quite a swordsman style, and it is also quite powerful. Xu Fuyao threw an apple at him. Li Chunfang drew his sword and swung a few times in the air. The apple was wiped out, and finally landed on the sword, becoming a square. Xu Fuyao gave a crisp applause. Okay, Cheng Feng, your swordsmanship has improved so fast. This apple is so beautifully cut. As he spoke, he picked up the square apple and took a bite. Li Chunfang didn't even look at the position of the scabbard. Return the sword to the sheath directly by feel. Choke. The action is clean and neat, chic and handsome. Then Li Chunfang also threw apples to her. Xu Fuyao drew his sword and slapped it a few times. The apples are shaved up and down, left and right, and become long strips. Compared with Li Chunfang, there are only 2 sides that cannot be flattened. Li Chunfang also picked up apple. Click. The two smiled at each other. The afterglow of dusk fell on his face. They all look golden and beautiful. After practicing for a day, my stomach growled. The slanting light of the setting sun stretched the figure of the two back home very long. What would you like to eat tonight? Can you make sweet and sour pork ribs? Yes, but the spare ribs sold by the system are very expensive, 50 yuan per kilogram. 50 is 50. We two geniuses can't even eat a spare ribs. Xu Fuyao thought of her 3 roommates. It is said that they live frugally these days and eat the cheapest vegetables in the system every day. I never bought any meat. And he and Li Chunfang almost had meat. If we can save a little, we can save a little. We are not making any money now. Li Chunfang couldn't help but smile. Why are you laughing? You're going to live a good life. Xu Fuyao shook her head arrogantly. Of course, haven't you seen me so beautiful and able to live like this? Li Chunfang laughed even more. Is there some subtext in this sentence? Or are you thinking too much? Well, I haven't seen it. Then buy a little less, anyway, you won't be able to finish it. Li Chunfang wanted to be a cosmic genius like himself. Not eating dragon meat. It's really not right to eat some spare ribs. It seems that it is also time to earn some money to supplement the household. I think our swordsmanship is already a little bit like. The swords are very fast, and the basic accuracy has been achieved. Tomorrow we will challenge the lowest difficulty dungeon. Xu Fuyao was slightly surprised. I'll go tomorrow, can I pass the challenge? You always have to take the first step. The 12 swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl that we practiced is not a rubbish swordsmanship. It shouldn't be a problem to play with ordinary difficulty. Well, then I'll listen to you. If you're going to fight tomorrow, then eat better tonight. Is a pound of spare ribs enough for you? Enough. What else do you want to eat? Pickle fish. No problem. Back home, Xu Fuyao works in the kitchen. Li Chunfang opened the 4G mobile phone he bought for 900 yuan to read the news. Learn about the human world on this planet. As far as he knows these days. The technology for the livelihood of the 5 billion people on this planet is developing relatively slowly. Everyone went to practice martial arts all at once, and not many people were enthusiastic about scientific research. 4G mobile phones have been used for 30 years, and the concept of 5G has not yet been proposed. And there is no such institution as a company in human society in this world. After all, the company is a profit organization. Only care about interests, not the life and death of employees. And gangs and families who care about the interests of employees and their life and death shine brightly in this world. Everywhere, of course, there are schools. But few choose to go to college. After basic high school, he chose to join a gang. Work for the gang, practice martial arts under the organization of the gang, and challenge the copy. Gangs not only pay wages, but also protect their disciples or members. They are dependent on each other and share weal and woe. Those who do not join the sect have powerful families behind them. Serving the family will also provide monthly payments and provide protection for the clan. In short, there are very few who do it alone, either depending on the sect or the family. After all, it is easy to get rid of it alone in this world dominated by force. The power of the individual is far less than the power of the collective. After a while, the fragrant dishes were served on the table. Chunfang, it's time to eat. Li Chunfang came to the table. The sauerkraut fish soup is golden in color, and the fish fillets are white and tender. A few fragrant dried chili peppers are spread on the fish fillet, and the white and the inside are red. Serve with 2 slices of green parsley. Full color and flavor. I have to say that Xu Fuyao's cooking skills are not to be picked. She is definitely the leader of her age. It's definitely not as beautiful as her cooking. Prettier than her is definitely not as good as her cooking. Li Chunfang sandwiches meat and grilled rice. After practicing swordsmanship for a day, my body was too sore. Supplementary energy and nutrition are urgently needed. Xu Fuyao asked while rubbing her shoulders. Is it tasty? She also practiced swordsmanship for a day. Her body is already fragile, so she is naturally more tired than Li Chunfang. But she still insisted on making the meal well. Good to eat. Li Chunfang praised sincerely and gave her a deep look. I know she has been working very hard these days. When 2 people live together, they still need to be more considerate of each other. So after dinner, he took the initiative to wash the dishes. These days, both of them are busy practicing martial arts. Did not follow up the internal strength. Li Chunfang just finished washing the dishes and sat down on the simple sofa. Xu Fuyao came to his side and pinched his fingers. Eyes wandering, lips move, hesitant to speak. Li Chunfang saw that she had nothing to say, so he spoke first. Just say something. Xu Fuyao lowered her head. We haven't practiced the internal skills for a long time. We will go to the dungeon tomorrow. How about we practice the internal skills again? Temporarily crammed, there is light even if it is not bright. There is nothing hard to say about cultivation. But their cultivation methods are special. Cultivation means close contact. It is very embarrassing for her to take the initiative. Internal strength training does not tire the body muscles. It's just more laborious. Nothing at night. Li Chunfang also agreed. Okay, where to practice? Your bed or mine? Xu Fuyao slapped her cheek slightly. Very cute. Can't you be on the sofa? Why go to bed? Li Chunfang was surprised. Go to bed. Xu Fuyao hurriedly explained. I mean get into bed. Oh, because the bed is spacious, the sofa is not very good quality, and it's so narrow that the legs can't be opened. The sofa they bought was a bargain for a few $100s. All I can say is sit and sit. Then in your bed. Okay, then I'll go wash up first. I'm sweating all over today, so as not to smoke you. Well, then I'll wait for you in bed. Quote. Li Chunfang was speechless. Can you stop saying such irritating things? School flower, could you please pay attention to your wording? It's easy for you to be misunderstood like this. Practice overnight. Li Chunfang reached level 10.6. Xu Fuyao's talent is slightly behind by level 10.2. Wake up early in the morning. Li Chunfang first thing. Sign in. Open black lens bracket ding. Signed in this week. Close black lens bracket. Obtain the buff. The dungeon explosion rate will increase by 200%. the internal strength progress will increase by 100%, and the martial arts progress will increase by 100% for 7 days. The target itself. Close black lens bracket. Hey, really yours, system. Li Chunfang applauded. This system is absolutely smart. If you know that you are going to play a dungeon, give yourself a burst rate buff. In addition, martial arts and internal strength are blessed. That is treasure, internal strength, and martial skills. It doesn't get any better than this. Li Chunfang washes his face and brushes his teeth. The diligent Xu Fuyao got up earlier than him. Very sensible to make breakfast. Had breakfast. Xu Fuyao bought some first aid supplies for dealing with injuries. It is inevitable to be injured in a fight in a copy. The two set off for the local holy station number 6108. This holy station is closest to them. Radiated the surrounding community of 10 million people. There are 5 levels of difficulty in the dungeon. Normal, hard, super, hell, legendary. Normal difficulty is the one with the most challenges. There is no threshold to challenge this difficulty. You can go directly to the holy station to teleport into it. For difficulty above normal, you must go to the location of the dungeon entrance to teleport into the dungeon in person. Both of them have level 10 internal strength. This level has a single copy. A double copy. A copy of a 10-person team. A large 100-person team copy. The two were too lazy to team up with others, and only planned to challenge the level 10 double dungeon. Li Chunfang has already inquired yesterday. The level 10 double copy is called Brave the World. It is a copy derived from Wind and Cloud. The character Li Chunfang is familiar, and has seen TV series. There are 2 areas in total. The first district is the front yard of the World Conference, guarded by Fengyan. That is Nifeng and Bu Jingyan. The second area is the General Altar of the World Association, which is guarded by the gang leader Shangba. The plot of the dungeon is still a period when the situation is sweeping the world for the tyrants. Generally speaking, challenge dungeons require you to wear battle armor and carry sophisticated weapons. But Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao are too poor. The price of a common set of armor is in units of 10,000. The sum of their money is not enough to buy a set of ordinary armor. The price of ordinary weapons dropped by the copy is also in 10,000 yuan. Therefore, the two of them can only hold a man-made weapon of 1,000 yuan. Wearing sportswear and sneakers, the two walk to the holy station surrounded by the rainbow wall. Follow the navigation to find level 10 to 20 service areas. Set up a copy to challenge, Brave the World Club. Set the copy drop mode, Terran. Set the copy pickup mode, Personal Pickup. The two walked towards the vortex-like portal. 6108 Holy Station radiates 10 million people. S-class genius is just 1 in a million. These days go by. In 6108, there are hundreds of thousands of geniuses who have reached level 10. Many people can't wait to come to challenge the copy. Oh, my god, you guys dress up like this for dungeons. A young blonde white man couldn't help laughing when he saw Li Chunfang dressed up. Speaks very fluent Chinese. The only official language of the human race on Jupiter is Chinese. Obviously this young man is likely to be a native of Jupiter. It was a special trip to the newcomers area to find a sense of superiority. The two ignored it and didn't stop. After the young man looked at Xu Fuyao, he was immediately amazed by her impeccable face. Xiao Ran stepped forward to stop her and said, "This young lady is so beautiful, can I make friends with you?" Seeing his greasy smile, Xu Fuyao felt bored. Coldly said, "Can't." The blonde youth was stunned. The two bypassed him. He stopped again. "Hey, don't go, miss. Let me tell you, you can't beat the dungeon like this. You can only die when you go in. It's none of your business. Of course it's related, I can't bear to watch such a beautiful young lady get killed. Actually, I'm a native of Jupiter. I happen to have a good set of equipment and weapons here. It's better for you to leave the team and follow. I'll form a team, I'll take you to play the copy, and I'm guaranteed to be able to play." Li Chunfang felt that if he didn't show up again, this kid would continue to entangle. Say it again. In front of him, dig the walls. Can he endure this? Pulling Xu Fuyao behind him, he shouted to the blonde young man. Roll. The corner of Xu Fuyao's mouth slightly raised. I thought Li Chunfang didn't plan to take care of himself. The youth stared blankly, looked at Li Chunfang contemptuously, and said with a sneer. Humph, I am a native of this Mawang, where are you a country bumpkin, and you are qualified to tell me to get out of here. Li Chunfang view information. Partial information disclosure of youth. Jack Jong, level 11. Not enough to fear. I told you to get out of here, what? You. Jack Jong pointed to Li Chunfang. I didn't expect a newcomer to be so arrogant. Could it be that he doesn't understand the reason why strong dragons don't overwhelm local snakes? However, it is forbidden to do anything in this holy station, and Jack Jong can't make it look good for the newcomers. Just move your lips. Hey, you are so poor, you still challenge the dungeon. You don't even have a decent set of armor and weapons, and you will be killed in half an hour. Li Chunfang did not accept his anger and said calmly. Your Chinese is good, do you know there is a saying, a dog's eye sees a person low. Jack Jong's face was ashen. Being humiliated by a newcomer. You really look up to yourself, I call this an accurate judgment. Judging that I can't challenge it. Right, if you have the ability, let's make a bet. Bet what? If we can pass the challenge, your high-quality armor will belong to me. This local is too arrogant. Li Chunfang wanted to find a way to dampen his spirit. Let him know what pain is. However, Li Chunfang also knew that he could not do anything in this holy station. This is an absolutely safe area. Good quality armors are more expensive than normal armors. Jack Jong still thought about it seriously. The blue star where the newcomer is located has no spiritual energy at all and cannot cultivate. Even if these newcomers have cultivated recently, it is only their internal strength. Playing a copy is to rely on martial arts, not internal skills. Martial skills are not good, it is absolutely impossible to pass. But he won't just let Li Chunfang take advantage. Okay, if you don't pass, the balance of your account will belong to me. Jack Jong said. He couldn't help laughing. If the newcomer has no money, it means he will die. Drain their money. At that time, they had to kneel down and beg for mercy, should they be obedient. Li Chunfang thought about it, the rent was paid for a month. Even if you don't pass the dungeon, you don't have to worry about being eliminated if you don't have a place to live. A bet is possible, but the bet also included Xu Fuyao's money. So Li Chunfang still asked for her opinion. Am I in charge? Xu Fuyao hesitated for a moment. She chose to believe Li Chunfang and nodded. Li Chunfang spent 100 yuan to buy a contract from the system. Verbal bets are estoppel, but when you sign a contract, you can't go back. Once the contract conditions are met, the holy station system can be required to enforce the contract content. A contract of 100 yuan is valid for 100 hours. Time is enough. At the moment, the two write down the terms and sign a contract. Jack Jong wiped his short blonde hair with a smug look on his face. Go and die. I'll wait here for you to come out. Miss, if you can't do it, you should leave early. It's hard to die. The two ignored him and walked into the portal. For a while, the sky turned and the light and shadow flew. Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao were sent to a copy of the Brave World Club. The sky is turbulent. In front of you is a gravel road. It leads to the gate of the world meeting not far away. The two activate inner strength. After doing some warm-up exercise, lift the sword and walk towards the gate of the world conference. What will you do in our world? The guard in red wearing a ghost mask asked. Minions also have lines. Li Chunfang was a little surprised. I don't know if these NPCs are similar to the NPCs he usually plays in computer games. Willing to try the intelligence of these minions. The two of us have heard about the names of the gang masters, and we came here to meet you. The soldier politely said, please report your name and wait for me to report. Under Li Chunfang, her name is Xu Fuyao. Please wait. One of the two soldiers ran up the stairs to report. Li Chunfang check out another minion. The world will help ordinary people. Strength 50, Speed 70, Spirit 50, Combat IQ 60. After a while, the soldier came back. The helper invites two chivalrous men to come up for tea, please come with me. Li Chunfang was taken aback. That's it, could it be possible to save the minions? The two followed. When walking to a small courtyard paved with stone slabs, 10 masked soldiers jumped out from all around. Holding a blade one by one, they surrounded the two. What is this for? Li Chunfang was stunned. Don't you drink tea? Daring is a trap. The guards who led the way also drew their swords and faced each other. Bold madman, our gang leader doesn't know you at all, and there are no two of you in the rivers and lakes. Die. Depend on. Was actually ambushed by the soldiers. Li Chunfang was a little angry. Actually in the small soldier's trap. He drew his sword and swung a black crescent-shaped sword chi. The sword chi was fast. Hit a minion head-on, knocking it into the air. The soldiers all around were besieging them. Li Chunfang's strength, speed, and spirit have all reached 120. Although there are many soldiers, the speed of 70 is for him with a spirit of 120. Equal to 0.6 times slow playback. Even if it is one to many, it can be handled with ease. Without dawdling, Jianfeng just greeted the deadly part. Neck, heart, brain, swish swish. The sword is accurate. 3 soldiers were killed on the spot. Blood stained Li Chunfang. A ray of golden light flew out from the soldier's body and penetrated into Li Chunfang's body. His internal strength and martial arts proficiency have also improved a little. Xu Fuyao killed too. Blood splattered on her face. Cannot help but screamed. What? After a few efforts, 11 small soldiers were easily killed. Li Chunfang smelled the blood on his body. It had a bloody smell. A soldier who was cut off in the middle revealed his intestines. Red and white, it is unbearable to look at. So real. Xu Fuyao stood there dumbfounded. It was the first time she took a life. She just came out of school, and she is still a flower in the greenhouse psychologically. Where did you get used to this bloody scene of fighting and killing? A nausea, vomit. Li Chunfang is only slightly better than her. But soon the mental adjustment came over. These are just NPCs, and everyone who enters the dungeon must kill them again. He took Xu Fuyao to the fish pond to wash his face with water. After a while, she slowly calmed down. There were illusory gold coin lights and shadows popping up on the soldiers just now. The light and shadow of the gold coins glittered on the ground. Li Chunfang went up. The gold coin turned into a ray of golden light and penetrated into his body. Money plus 280 yuan. Close black lens bracket. Money plus 300 yuan. Close black lens bracket. Money plus 310 yuan. Close black lens bracket. A total of 5 piles of gold coins received a total of more than 1,500 yuan. Drops are allocated as personal picks. That is, system allocation. He can only pick up what belongs to him. The remaining 6 piles of gold coins did not respond to him. All turned into 6 strands of golden light and disappeared on Xu Fuyao's body. After receiving the prompt, she said happily, "Wow, that makes money." Li Chunfang asked, "How much money did you pick up?" A total of 560 were picked up. Li Chunfang nodded knowingly. It seems that he really enjoys the explosion rate bonus. The basic 100% plus 200% bonus, the total explosion rate is 300%. Even if he only picked up 5 piles, the total amount of money is almost 3 times that of Xu Fuyao. Xu Fuyao was slightly delighted. It doesn't seem that it is difficult to make money, and the rent is half a month. Go, keep killing. The two continued to wander around the front yard of the Tianjia conference in the 1st district, killing small soldiers. It's no nonsense when you meet it, just do it directly. But some of these soldiers tipped off, and they quickly called in people. 30 people besieged the two. Among them, there are also 2 elite gang members of the World Association with good strength. There are also a few soldiers who are pulling bows and shooting dark arrows at high places. The two were exhausted. During the fight, Xu Fuyao's left arm was scratched by a flying arrow. Li Chunfang worked hard and was jealous. Under the outbreak, the long sword swung into a translucent black sword chi. Call, woohoo! Several consecutive sword chi flew out towards several archers. At his current level, it usually takes about 5 seconds to gather chi to send out a sword chi. However, his double inner elixir has a lot of flow, and it doesn't take that long to gather it. Of the 5 archers, 3 were hit by the sword chi and were seriously injured. After a fierce battle, a group of soldiers were finally wiped out. Li Chunfang stood by his sword. Breathing heavily, he was slightly injured. There are corpses all around. Gray-white slates stained red. Xu Fuyao simply slumped on the ground. He put his hands behind his back and looked up at the sky. Although she suffered more serious injuries than Li Chunfang, she was very happy after such a hearty battle. Made her experience some fun in combat. Li Chunfang concluded. Next time, you have to kill the whistleblower first. A few soldiers are not to be feared, but a large group is still a bit difficult to deal with. Yeah, my hand hurts. Xu Fuyao frowned, her eyes were a little wet. The blood on the arm flowed down the arm to her pure white jade hand. She knew that the challenge copy might be injured, but she didn't expect the injury to be so painful. Li Chunfang patted her face and comforted. Don't cry, we are martial arts practitioners now, and these injuries will be frequent in the future. Xu Fuyao firmly blinked her tearful eyes a few times. Release bandages and pain reliever spray from storage bracelet. Li Chunfang carefully helped her bandage. Then began to collect the spoils. The light of money sucks in automatically. Money plus 5,160 yuan. Xu Fuyao picked up more than 1,700 yuan. Some hard work paid off. Xu Fuyao's mood immediately improved. It's great, so I have 1 month's living expenses and rent. Li Chunfang smiled and shook his head. Don't be kidding, if geniuses like us all worry about making a living, will ordinary people still be alive? Xu Fuyao puffed out her cheeks. It's the first time to make money in this world, isn't the first pot of gold worth being happy? Pass the challenge and be happy. Let's go, look for any missing soldiers, clean up the crumbs, and then go to the boss. Li Chunfang also played a lot of games at Blue Star. Before you know how to beat the boss, you must clear the mobs first. Otherwise, when you are fighting with the boss, and some soldiers suddenly appear, it will be very difficult. The two searched the various buildings in the front yard again. Killed more than 40 gang members. After collecting the spoils, the two came to the gap in the front yard leading to the General Altar of the World Association. Here is a flat plaza paved with slate. The sky is full of clouds. The strong wind rustled the bamboo leaves. The sound of Nifeng and Bu Jingyan fighting resounded through the square. The two of them are sparring. Li Chunfang stopped on the stairs and checked the attributes of the two. Bu Jingyan, level 10, excellent equipment. Strength 140. Speed 110. Spirit 120. Combat IQ 90. Nifeng, level 10, excellent equipment. Strength 120. Speed 140. Spirit 120. Combat IQ 100. From the attribute data, the two bosses are not weaker than Li Chunfang. Who dares to trespass on my world? Nifeng, in a sky blue robe, found the two and asked. These two people are covered in blood, with blood dripping from the tip of their swords. They must have been killed all the way. Junior brother Feng, let's see how I can take down these two little thieves alone. Bu Jingyan, dressed in black and wearing a red cloak, charged towards the two of them without saying a word. Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao immediately faced the enemy with swords. Bu Jingyan's, palm of clouds, is erratic and elusive. The 12 swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl is also cunning and sharp, with hidden murderous intentions. Coupled with the combination of Li Chunfang and Xu Fuyao, the power is doubled. Chill, Bu Jingyan's cloak was cut off by Li Chunfang. Wow, Bu Jingyan's frantic hair was flattened by Xu Fuyao. The manic and unruly hairstyle suddenly turned into a funny clown. In just a few rounds, Bu Jingyan lost one after another. Junior brother Feng, hurry up, these are two big thieves. Martial arts are not under me. Bu Jingyan was forced to be helpless and had to ask for help. Senior brother Yun, don't panic, I'll help you. Nifeng was very successful and leapt forward. Nifeng's function legs is extremely fast and has sharp legs. Coupled with his 140 speed, Li Chunfang was almost overwhelmed. Complimented, as expected of Nifeng, the god of the wind, he is very powerful. You have some knowledge. However, after he used a set of sword skills, he was able to draw with the opponent. After all, Golden Boy swordsmanship is also an excellent swordsmanship that has undergone hundreds of years of continuous improvement. Compliment you, you are still in heaven. However, Xu Fuyao was a little nervous. Bu Jingyan's strength attribute is 140. Amazing strength, tall and long arms. Xu Fuyao was naturally at a disadvantage when a girl confronted him. Plus her swordsmanship is not as good as Li Chunfang. at an absolute disadvantage. In this way, Bu Jingyan will have the opportunity to gather energy and make a big move. Tear the sky and remove the clouds. Bu Jingyan slammed a palm. Shu Fuyao blocked with his sword. What? Bu Jingyan's stunt skill was extremely powerful. Blast her directly. Shu Fuyao was flying in the air, unable to dodge with her strength. Bu Jingyan took this opportunity to blast two black palm-shaped palms at her. Li Chunfang broke out two swords to force Nifeng away. Grab Shu Fuyao's ankle, and pull her down. One of the palms still hit Shu Fuyao's left shoulder. Li Chunfang communicated with her through thoughts on the team channel. Li Chunfang, are you okay? Shu Fuyao, it's okay. Li Chunfang, our swordsmanship advantage is the combination of two swords. You can't fight them alone like this. Shu Fuyao, well, the strategy was decided, and the two fought back to back. Bu Jingyan and Nifeng came from both sides. The two were back to back, and there was no turning back. Breaking the cauldron and sinking the boat, the lore aura of sword intent has taken it to a higher level. Bu Jingyan and Nifeng attacked repeatedly. Not only did they fail, but they hit the wall and got hurt. Li Chunfang and Shu Fuyao reversed the situation and continued to combine their swords. Sometimes hand in hand to help each other. Sometimes push each other to force. You attack, I attack. You attack left and I attack right. The combination of the two swords is invincible. Bu Jingyan and Nifeng couldn't resist. Then combine the number of swordsmanship. The number of martial arts is a continuous and orderly move that exceeds the speed of thinking and reaction. When making the number of ways, it is simply no more than the brain to think about it. The speed of the number of roads exceeds the speed of Li Chunfang's own 120. Even Nifeng, whose speed is as high as 140, can't stand it. Reluctantly, he forced to use the stunt of rainstorm and gale. Li Chunfang secretly rejoiced. I can't stand it anymore. He took Shu Fuyao's hand and sent her forward. I suddenly gathered chi, and saw the timing. Pull her back again, and use her strength to swing out. A seemingly unremarkable sword finally burst out. Not good. Nifeng was shocked. Legs and swords meet. The legs of the god of the wind flew in the air. Function legs of him. Legs were cut off. Lost. However, Li Chunfang's sword costing 1,000 yuan apiece could not withstand the protection of Nifeng's excellent armor. Bent 130 degrees. The blade also lost a large piece. With Nifeng's defeat, Bu Jingyan was no match for the two of them. Li Chunfang sends Zhongqi to provide firepower. Shu Fuyao pierced Bu Jingyan's gloves with a sword and penetrated his palm. Then he swung a green sword to knock him down. Shu Fuyao's sword touched Bu Jingyan's throat. Wait a minute, Nifeng stopped her and said. The two chivalrous men are merciful. Brother Yun and I were also forced by Shangba to serve the World Association. Shangba is our common enemy. If the two chivalrous men are willing to forgive, the two of us are willing to help you eradicate Shangba. Li Chunfang asked. What kind of help? Give your own treasures. After Nifeng finished speaking, he took out a treasure box. Li Chunfang nodded to Shu Fuyao, indicating that she could show mercy. The ultimate goal of bravely breaking into the first district of the World Club is to defeat Fengyan. Rather than killing the wind and cloud. As mentioned in the introduction of the dungeon, you can get challenge rewards by defeating Fengyan. If you insist on killing Fengyan, the storm is bound to go wild. Under the sudden increase in strength, the two tyrants are not their opponents. Certainly, kill the runaway wind and cloud to get higher rewards. However, Li Chunfang's current strength is only in swordsmanship and no stunt. Don't dare to rashly challenge the storm. Besides, he even has a broken weapon now. Bu Jingyan also took out a treasure box and handed it to Shu Fuyao. Okay, then I'll kill you. After Li Chunfang said that, Nifeng's body revealed a golden light that penetrated into his body. Li Chunfang suddenly felt a deeper understanding of swordsmanship and internal skills. Open black lens bracket ding. Level 4 proficiency in the basic chapter of The 12 Swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl. Close black lens bracket. Complete the follow-up mission of Sword Art. Close black lens bracket. Get the first chapter of the stunt of The 12 Swords of the Golden Boy and Jade Girl. Close black lens bracket. Li Chunfang was instantly delighted. In such a short time, he has obtained a 16% increase in martial skill proficiency. Although the increase in martial skills is only 100%. But the comprehension of martial arts in actual combat is obviously faster. Li Chunfang smiled and took the treasure box presented by Nifeng. Open. A golden light penetrated into the body. Money plus 17,400 yuan. Close black lens bracket. In addition, there are 2 cards in the treasure box. Li Chunfang took it out and took a look. On the first card is a picture of a pair of boots. Comes with text. Ordinary Nifeng's boots, large white characters. Slot. Foot armor. Requirements. Level 10. Introduction. The boots of function Nifeng, wear it and run as fast as Nifeng. Physical defense. Plus 1-5. Strength. Plus 6. Speed. Plus 1-2. Spirit. Plus 6. Qi consumption. 30 thunders per minute. Li Chunfang understood. This is an equipment card. With this card, you can exchange for a pair of normal quality war armor boots in the system. And this is a pair of shoes with outstanding speed attributes. Wearing it can be lighter and faster. Li Chunfang looked at another card. It is also a pair of Nifeng boots, but the quality of this pair is different. The card exudes a faint green light. Liangpin Nifeng's boots, green characters. Slot. Foot armor. Requirements. Level 10. Introduction. The boots of Nifeng, the god of wind, wear it and run as fast as the wind. Physical defense. Plus 3-0. Strength. Plus 1-2. Speed. Plus 2-4. Spirit. Plus 1-2. Qi consumption. 60 thunders per minute. Li Chunfang is happy. The attributes of good quality equipment are twice as high as those of ordinary quality. It stands to reason that in normal difficulty dungeons, it is possible for the boss to reward good equipment at the end. Unexpectedly, under the blessing of my own 300% explosion rate. It's not that the last boss also got a good quality reward. Good, not bad. Li Chunfang walked towards Xu Fuyao with satisfaction. See how she's doing. How? What did you gain? 5,000 yuan, boss is very valuable. Xu Fuyao was overjoyed. She was also thinking about the rent. 5,000 yuan is about half a year's rent. In addition, she also took out an orange-red round gem from the treasure box. It was the size of a ping-pong ball, and it glowed slightly red. Inside the gemstone, there is a ray of blue light lingering around a 1. What? Li Chunfang asked. He didn't know everything either. Xu Fuyao also shook her head. Li Chunfang took out his mobile phone and wanted to search the internet. Turns out the phone didn't have a trace of signal in the copy. So I asked a group at Modu University. Li Chunfang, help me search, what is an orange-red gem with a blue glow surrounding a 1 character? At Li Chunfang, great god, it is called speed spar on the internet, 1 means 1-star speed spar. Yes, it is used to inlay on weapons, it can increase the flying speed of chi moves. The boss dropped in the dungeon, have you started playing the dungeon? Great god, have you killed the boss? Li Chunfang, well, thank you. It's amazing, I killed the boss so quickly. The school's first kill. It is said that a 1-star speed spar costs several thousand yuan apiece, and you have made a fortune. I just checked it, and it sells for about 8,200 yuan in the mall. Xu Fuyao. Picture. Level 10 enables chat, photo, video and other functions. Xu Fuyao blinked and took a photo. Send ultra-high definition gemstone photos with naked eye resolution to the group. Wow, what a beautiful gem. It's also great to use as decorations. So envious. Goddess Xu is mighty and powerful, and the 2 great gods are bullied. Am I the only one who noticed that hands look better than gems? Watch out for the great god of wind to take care of you. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.